Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this Enterprise National League South tie as Hampton and Richmond Borough take on Slough Town here at BEAVERS Stadium. I'm your league commentator, Johnny Luton, and joining me today, Diego Efuso. Diego, how are we doing, young man?
Doing very well, very well. Very excited for this game. It's been a while since we've been at the Bev, and I can't wait for another game to kick off. Yeah,
absolutely. We haven't been back here since... well, I think it was the home game at Torquay, wasn't it? Nearly a month ago since Hampton and Richmond last played here. So we've been away on our travels, and well, we've had some fun away, haven't we, Diego? Particularly last week with Hampton and Richmond Borough qualifying for the fourth qualifying round of the FA Cup with that 1-0 victory away at Merthyr Town. Merthyr Town, of course, won the Southern League last season and, well, in theory, should have gone into the National League South, but due to the teams coming down from the National League, they've got themselves placed in the National League North, and they're doing pretty well in there. But Hampton and Richmond managed to come away with the victory there. And Diego, you were at that game. Just talk us through how that game went, because sadly I didn't quite make the trip up there.
Yeah, one word, limbs. It was limbs. No, great game though. Really enjoyed it. Really, really worth it for that day out. Really good to be there with all the fans, yeah. Quality day out. And just talk us through the first half and the second half. I believe the first half was a really tough one for Hampton and Richmond. Yeah, first half, Merthyr did dominate that first half. We'll be honest here. They had most of the ball, most of the possession, most of the attacking threat. And, there we go.
Bit windy,
second half, again, Merthyr started off on the front foot, and then, Hampton really got into it. And then obviously that came with... Ronan catching out the defender there, threading it through to Fasanade, and tidy finish, limbs. And
then of course James Holden with that superb penalty save as well.
How can I forget that? Yeah, that's his second save of the season, I believe. So yeah, really good. Penalty was a bit meh, but yeah, great save. No, can't take away from it.
So that does mean Hampton and Richmond Borough will be into the fourth qualifying round, and that will be played next week as Hampton and Richmond Borough have Eastleigh of the National League at home. So that's going to be quite the tie, and so very much looking forward to all those of you that can attend, or if not, we'll be on the watch along, of course. So there we go. So if we turn things now back to today's game, I will just take you through the lineups then. So starting off with the Rebels, the visitors here. In goal, number 13, Ollie Webber. And then number 2, Tarek Jidari. The captain, number 4, Henry Ochieng. Number 7, Tyreek Clark. Number 10, Johnny Goddard. Number 11, Victor Makowski. Number 14, Scott Davies. Number 16, Dan Roth. Number 20, Balu Makumbi. Number 25, Harvey Walker. And number 26, Josh Adepoju. And then on the bench for the Rebels, number 8, Jaden Drakes-Thomas. Number 9, Jordan Greenidge. Number 12, Aaron White. Number 15, Brian Nelson. Number 18, Nemeka Anianwu. Sorry, forgive me the pronunciations there. Number 19, Ruben Bartlett-Antwi. And number 23, Jared Myers. And 2 changes, Diego, for Slough Town after their victory in the FA Cup third round qualifying as well, and they will be playing Enfield Town in the next round. And the one key change as well is, well, the goalkeeper, Ollie Webber. We were just trying to do a bit of research on him at the start of the game. We couldn't find much on him because we believe he's a very, very new signing.
Yeah, 18 years old. From what we've researched, coming in from Woking Town. Yeah, first game for the club. Let's see how he does.
Yes, of course, and there is a familiar face at Slough Town behind the sticks, and that is Adam Desbois, who was with us a couple of seasons ago. But Adam Desbois was not in the squad today after he did get sent off in their FA Cup qualifying round against Bedfont Sports last week. So Adam Desbois not in the side. So that might be of good news for Beavers fans, as we know how good Adam Desbois was for Hampton and Richmond Borough a couple of seasons ago. So if we turn our attention now to the home side, Hampton and Richmond Borough starting in goal, number 1, James Holden. Then number 2, Paul Field. Number 5, Ronan Silva. Number 8, Sam Deadfield. Number 9, Craig Fasamade. Number 12, Nathan Paul Laverley. Number 14, Alfie Tuck. Number 15, Harry Thomas. Number 23, Charlie Sayers. The captain, number 24, Alan Massey. And number 25, Harry Gardner. And on the bench for the Beavers, number 3, Jude Mason. Number 6, Luke Robertson. Number 7, Davide Radari. Number 11, Eddie Allsop. Number 13, Lucas Eager. Number 17, Finn McGreevy. And number 21, Sol Cader. Now, That name, Finn McGreevy, Diogo, we were just discussing with Tommy here, who's just sat to our left here. He's an academy player, and he did play in their academy game on Thursday night, and he got a brace against Eastbourne Borough. So a pleasure to have him on the bench this afternoon. But I can imagine, after playing on Thursday night, I mean, that's quite a quick turnaround for Finn McGreevy. But perhaps we will see him come on for Hampton Richmond Borough today. So, of course, just the one change there for Hampton Richmond Borough, with Nathan Paul Laverley back in the side. Of course, Nathan Paul Laverley not featuring in the cup games for Hampton and Richmond Borough, as he doesn't want to be cup tied with his parent club Bromley. So, Diogo, apart from Nathan Paul Laverley, the same side that faced Merthyr Town. So, what are your thoughts on that starting 11 that Alan Julian's picked there?
I think this is a great starting 11, Johnny. I think there's quality all around the pitch here. I think we've got such consistent players, such high ability, high achieving, consistent players, and we've seen what they can do so far this season. We know that they can carry on, and other teams should look at this team and think, this is a threat. We're going to have a challenge here today, especially at the Bev.
Absolutely, and yes, Hampton and Richmond remain unbeaten in the league since Tuesday the 19th of August. So Hampton and Richmond Borough have been on a superb run. But the last three fixtures, of course, we've drawn with a couple of weeks ago with that draw away at Dover Athletic, where it was a 3-3 draw there. But regrettably for Hampton and Richmond Borough, they just conceded in the 96th minute. And so credit to Dover Athletic there for getting the point there. But so a bit of a shame there for Hampton and Richmond, you'd say there, Diego.
Yeah, look, I mean, 3-1 up, you'd think the game's done and dusted, but you can never be too sure in the National League South. It's such a tough league. Anyone can beat anyone. Anyone can put up a fight. Especially we saw that last season with how the playoffs ended up coming down, those playoff spots. So really unpredictable, this league, really competitive, and that's why we love it.
That is indeed why we love it. And then just looking at our visitors there, Diego, the last two games in the league for Slough Town, they've conceded 9 goals. I mean, you'd expect a team to concede 9 goals over maybe 4 or 5 games perhaps, but 2 games, that was the 4 goals conceded away at Torquay, and then those 5 goals conceded at home against Hornchurch, who, to be fair to Hornchurch, are high flying at the moment. But 9 goals conceded, Diego. That's got to really hurt Slough Town.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm sure Alan Julian and his staff will be all over that, emphasising that to the players that we should be able to score, and we have been able to score against every other team in this division. So why can't we score against Slough, especially with their quite poor defensive record in these last few games?
And of course, Ollie Webber, the keeper, starting today. This is his first start for Slough Town, so it's going to be a bit of a baptism of fire for the young man. So we'll see how he gets on this afternoon. And then, of course, we've got top goal scorers Craig Fasamade in the side as well, and Davide Rodari on the bench there. So Hampton and Richmond have been very much amongst the goals. And if you just look already so far this season, Hampton and Richmond, 16 goals already so far this season, by us conceding 12. So, 16 goals, that's pretty good so far, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. When we had Rodari at the top of the scoring charts in the league for a little bit as well. Obviously, Fasamade had a bit of a slow start, obviously being played out on the left wing towards the start of the season, but in that number 9 role, really, he's been unbelievable. 6 goals in the last 6 games in all competitions. Real quality.
It would seem that Alan Julian's side is really starting to gel at this stage of the season. So as we're at home here to Slough Town today, hopefully Hampton and Richmond Borough can remain undefeated as we carry on into the FA Cup fixture next week. So, and I guess as well, Diego, we have to mention, of course, many of you may have heard in the news last week that tragically Billy Viger, a player formerly of the National League South, but was a player for Chichester City, died last week at the age of 21 with sadly picked up a horrific injury in a game against Wingate and Finchley, with a collision with a brick wall at Wingate and Finchley's ground. So tragic loss there in football. Diego, and obviously our thoughts and prayers go out to Billy Vigar's friends and family, of course. you know, with such tragic news like this, Diego, the non-league game, you know, we've seen very similar incidents before. I mean, Alex Fletcher of Bath City a few seasons ago also had a very similar incident, but thankfully is still alive with us. And of course, he has retired from football after picking up that injury. You know, with this in the game at the moment, with the brick walls around the perimeters of the pitches, you know, what do you think needs to be done? What do you think we should be doing about this?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure the FA have put an investigation into it, and yeah, I think it's you know, brick wall that close to the pitch. You have to think. I don't want to. It is obviously a danger. It's obviously a danger to players, attackers, defenders, whoever, you name it. So, yeah, I mean, obviously the measures have to be put in place. They've launched an investigation, so that's all they can do now.
Absolutely, you have to protect the players at this level. You know, it's it's something that has to be done. And we're very lucky here at Beverley Stadium. We don't have any brick wall right round the immediate part of the pitch here. We just have sort of just a metal railing round the side. So thankfully for Hampton and Richmond Borough, we are more compliant in that respect. But so of course the tragic news of Billy Viger passing away last week. But back to things at hand here. Hampton and Richmond are at home to Slough Town in the Enterprise National League South. So like we say, just the one change there for Alan Julian's side, with Nathan Paul Laverley coming into the side. Of course, he wasn't featured in the Merthyr Town FA Cup game, as he doesn't want to be FA Cup tied with his parent club Bromley. And then also just the one change for Slough, excluding Ollie Webber, who's obviously come into the side to replace Adam Day-Barrow suspended, Tarek Gidari, who's come into the side, with Jaden Drakes-Thomas dropping to the bench there. So Diego, I mean, from my perspective, I mean, obviously, you know, after that FA Cup game, two changes there for Slough Town and one change for Hampton and Richmond. You know, I would have thought there may have been a couple more changes to rest the team up, but just if we're talking about Alan Julian's side, just the one change. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm sure the league is going to be a huge priority for us, especially with the run that we're currently on. You know, 5th place in a playoff spot. That is unbelievable for Hampton and Richmond, especially after the back end of last season. So I think, you know, they really want to maintain this pace, even go up a few spots. Obviously, a win today only sees us going to 3rd, but obviously consistency throughout the season can see us go higher. And I don't see why we can't, to be honest. So I'm not surprised. It's a strong squad, and I'm sure it's within good reason.
Absolutely, and of course, if we turn our attention to the National League South table, Hornchurch still flying high on 24 points there. They look like they're starting to run away with it just a little bit there, but which has surprised many people to see Hornchurch so high up. And then if we look at the bottom part of the table, you know, the likes of Dagenham and Redbridge, Eastbourne Borough, both these full-time teams struggling down the bottom of the National League South. So already, this is proving to be such an exciting season, Diego.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think many people would have thought a team like Dagenham and Redbridge would be struggling. Obviously, you know, in the EFL not too long ago, and it's definitely come as a shock to some teams, but might just be a time of adjustment for them. You know, new manager, whole haul of new players, new ownership. So, you know, it comes down to a lot of things. But yeah, definitely wouldn't have expected them to be in the relegation zone. Still early doors this season. Obviously, only going into our 10th game, but they do have to pick up the form if they want to even stay in this division at this point.
That they certainly do. So the players are now walking out onto Beverley Stadium's lovely grass pitch here, and I must also say the weather is a little bit turbulent here. Some of you may be aware of Storm Amy that's been floating around these parts at the moment. It is a rather windy day here in TW12, so I think that's going to mean potentially, Diego, that we're going to see a lot of ball playing on the ground here. But so like we say, the players are all just walking out now as they're shaking hands here as we're just getting ready to start things here at Beverley Stadium. And look at the players there in those lovely walkout jackets we've got this season. I've got to say that it is such a delight to see those, and I believe you can purchase those now. They are available in the club shop, and I think they are also available for order on the Hampton and Richmond Borough shop on the website as well. So yeah, do pick yourself up one of those. I certainly think I will as well.
Yeah, we've done phenomenally with the kits and the jackets this year, haven't we?
Oh yeah, we've got one of the best kits in the league, I think. So yes. Oh no, I've just remembered. No. The last time we were here, of course, was there was the FA Cup 3rd qualifying round game against Croydon Athletics. Sorry, terms of the league, it was Torquay United here at home. So, but we have been away on our travels and not done too bad, I think it's fair to say.
No, absolutely not.
And thank you to all those tuning in on the watch along this afternoon with myself and Diego, as things will be getting underway here very shortly. Please feel free to pop a few chats in the comments and we'll be happy to read them out. So you can ask us anything you like. It doesn't have to be football related. Already got one from here from Ellie at the Beavers and my favourite commentator. Well, Ellie, thank you very much. That is my girlfriend, Diego. Just to clarify things up there. I don't have any major super fans like that, but Ellie, thank you very much. I know you're chilling at home at the moment with the dogs, so yeah, I hope you're having a lovely afternoon and listening to Diego and I's dulcet tones. So as the referee just checking things over here as we'll be getting underway in this Enterprise National League South game this afternoon. And of course Diego and I will bring you the scores as well going around the grounds, as well as there's some, if we look at the other fixtures going on around in the Vanarama, not the Vanarama, excuse me, the Enterprise National, in the Enterprise National League South. I mean, Dagenham Redbridge at home to Maidstone United. That's a huge one for the Daggers. They've got to get some points there to get themselves out that relegation zone. And then what else do we have here? Hornchurch at home to Horsham. Of course, we would have been playing Horsham next week, but of course that game was postponed due to Hampton and Richmond Borough's FA Cup triumphs. Salisbury at home there to Torquay United. Salisbury also not having the best of starts with, of course, picking up a few of our players from last season. So Salisbury really need to get themselves out of that relegation zone as well if they can. But we are here at Beverley Stadium for Hampton and Richmond Borough against Slough Town. It's actually become a bit more of a... This is probably Hampton and Richmond Borough's rivals, you would say, in this division. This is the closest team geographically in the National League South for Hampton and Richmond Borough, so this has become a little bit of a derby. Personally, my favourite derby is Hampton and Richmond Borough against Dulwich Hamlet. I don't think that's officially a derby, but in terms of proximity, of course, Dulwich Hamlet play in South London, so it's a nice easy game for me to get to, and same for many of the fans here. But forget about Dulwich Hamlet, forget about Slough Town. Here we are at Beverley Stadium as we're just about to get things underway, and indeed we have, with Sam Deadfield getting us underway, is already putting that ball out of play. And again, I've said this before, Diego, it appears to be a bit of a tactic at the moment just to put the ball straight out of play. I mean, and we not only have we seen this in the National League South, we've also seen it in the likes of the Premier League and the Championship. I mean, it's a really interesting tactic, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it must be within good reason, obviously. I'm sure it's got something to do with applying the early pressure, getting them uncomfortable in early doors. But yeah, it's very new. Definitely one you wouldn't have seen last season or many other seasons.
Yeah, so throw in on the far side now for the Rebels. That comes straight in, looking to find the head of Victor Makowski. But Hampton and Richmond Borough do well to win it back here on the halfway line. Looking to pick out Fasamade. But it's back with Paul Laverley. Alan Massey just keeping things firm at the back as Harry Thomas looks to find that run of Fasamade. But he just had Bale Makumbi to deal with there. There's a quick throw in taken quickly to Paul Field, then to Gardner. Oh, and he's just gone down there, Sam Devil, but play continues, and Harry Gardner goes for the shot. Deflected, it will go out for, was that a throw-in? Or just about there, I think?
Throw-in, yeah. Very difficult to see with this pillar in my way.
Yeah, we are certainly obstructed by this iron pillar here. And the throw-in's just brought in now into Gardner and back to Paul Field. Lovely little 1-2 there if Paul Field can win it back, but he can't. But it's now with Paul Laverley into the box. Can he find a Hampton Richmond Borough player? No, he can't. And Slough Town look to try and break away here. And that goes straight out for a throw-in to the Beavers. Sayers collects it, and it's straight back to James Holden. Yeah, James Holden, what a season he's having. Already saved that penalty against Merthyr Town. So fingers crossed he can keep it up for the Beavers this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been phenomenal this season. Definitely probably could say cemented himself as one of the best keepers in the league, to be honest. Don't think that's too far off a bad shout.
Yeah, absolutely. And his dad Ian, he's always here at the home games and always like to have a little chat with Ian. He's a lovely man. So just offside call there for the Beavers here, and it'll be James Holden to get things underway here. Goes for that long goal kick, looking to find Ronan Silva. And you can just see already there that the wind, Diego, on the ball. This could prove to be troublesome this afternoon for both sides.
It's not the first time we've had wind affect us, though, and we've come out with wind, so it's all right.
Exactly. So we'll have to see how Storm Amy holds up for us here. But the ball is currently with the Rebels at the moment, with the captain Henry Ochieng. But Nathan Paul Laverley wins it back for the Beavers. He looks to find the run of Ronan Silva, and there's a call for offside here. Is the linesman going to raise the flag there?
Doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look like it, so he wasn't off. Mark Smith, hi chaps, here. Oh, I can't quite read that. There's a little heart emoji in the way. What was that? Here. Oh yeah, come on you Beavers, of course. Thank you, thank you, Mark Smith. I know you tune in regularly to the stream, so thank you very much for tuning in. Last time it was thunder, today it's wind. Well, indeed, yeah, we seem to have some pretty bad weather at Beverley Stadium sometimes, but nothing that Alan Julian's men can't handle here. So it was a throw-in now on the far side to the Beavers, and it'll be Charlie Sayers to take this throw-in here. Finds Deadfield. Sam Deadfield just plays that back to Alan Massey. As Hampton Richmond playing very high at the moment, well into the Slough Town half, but it's gone all the way back to James Holden. That's just allowed Slough Town just to push forward a little bit more. This is Alfie Tuck in the centre, out to Sayers on the far side. Hampton Richmond just looking to try and have a decent spell of possession here, but Slough Town do well to win it back here, and they find Victor Mikowski. But it's a misplaced pass from Mikowski, and Hampton Richmond Borough can break here with Gardner. Harry Gardner still charging forward, but now more of a sideways move to try and pick out Harry Thomas, which he does very well, into Paul Field now on the near side. Paul Field in a bit of space, finds Alfie Tuck. Tuck's charging forward. Finds Field, back into Tuck. And there's Sam Deadfield in space in the centre. Deadfield charging forward now to Nathan Paul Laverley. This is good from Hampton and Richmond Borough. And then it's the offside flag is just raised there against Nathan Paul Laverley.
Yeah, I mean, very, very tight call. I didn't really see an offside, but oh well. But I was going to say just there, Harry Gardner, great run there. He does very well to drive the ball as he normally does. And yeah, good bit of attacking play there to start with, despite the offside. Yeah, it might have been just a very close call there for Paul Laverley. And as we've said many a time on the stream, that Nathan Paul Laverley has really become a real fan favourite here at Beverley Stadium. And, of course, did warrant that loan extension for the next 3 months. So we're delighted to still have Nathan Paul Laverley with us for as long as we can have him. Absolutely. What a player.
Oh, yeah, what a player.
What a loan
and he definitely has got a future career in the EFL, that's for sure. Bromley will be looking at him and thinking he is going to be a future starting 11 player for the League 2 outfit.
You always say never fall in love with a loan player.
Yes.
It's so
my heart's already gone out to Nathan Paul Laverley. I'm going to be heartbroken when he leaves. In the meantime here, though, Hampton and Richmond Borough have won a throw on the far side as Slough Town have yet to really threaten Hampton and Richmond Borough here. As the only shot so far has come from Harry Gardner, but it's been deflected. So no shots on target for either side at the moment, as we've had 6 minutes played here at Beverley Stadium. Hampton Richmond Borough 0, Slough Town 0. So this time Slough Town are able to win a throw-in on the far side. Slough Town in no rush to take this throw-in. Looking to try and find the number 26, Josh Adepoju. And that goes out for a corner. So first set piece of the game here in terms of a corner.
See what we can do. We're normally good at defending these corners. Got a lot of players that are good in the air. Alan Massey especially.
Yeah, Harry Thomas as well at the back post. So Hampton and Richmond Borough have got a bit of work to do here to defend this corner. Oh, he's played it short out to Johnny Goddard. No, sorry, to Tyreek Clark, beg your pardon. That ball's whipped in and that's well over. No trouble there for James Holden at all. I want to say for him that the wind really took that, but that really was well out and was never going to trouble James Holden. No. Another little unique fact about Slough Town is Scott Davies, player manager, and he is in that starting 11 today. Must be really interesting being the manager but also playing. It must be like a real fresh perspective of managing the game, Diego.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a different... Hang on a minute.
Oh, yeah, this is Craig Fassamali now with the shots. And Ollie Webber does enough to put it out for a corner ball. Yeah, that was a really good goal kick from James Holden. Then Fasamade's picked out.
Yeah, great save for the new boy, Ollie Webber, in the goal as well. But no, as you were saying, player manager must be definitely brings a different perspective into coaching a side, especially with his experience. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Scott Davies is very well known in the footballing community as that corner's whipped in, and then the back. Oh, and Sayers was in plenty of space at the back there, but a very heavy touch. He just puts it over the bar. But a good opportunity there, Diego, for Hampton and Richmond Borough. Yeah, great cross. Just goes straight onto his feet. Just a miss kick, unfortunately. Obviously, Sayers already scored one this season against Torquay. So we know he can score despite being a defensive player, but yeah, unlucky there, but good opportunity. Yeah, he certainly can. So Ollie Webber with the goal kick here. He's going to go long here. And looks to pick out a Slough Town player, but Hampton and Richmond Borough will win it back, but then Johnny Goddard is there to try and pick out Josh Adepoju. Oh, and there's a little high boot there from Tariq Gadari. Yeah, he missed the ball really and just kind of hit his foot at Sam Deadfield's chest there, so obviously every right to give a foul. So free kick for the Beavers here with Charlie Sayers standing over it. And look, you can see, I'm going to mention it a lot, but the wind on that free kick, the ball, the way it was spinning, it just sort of stopped mid-air and dropped straight back down. So it is going to be difficult this afternoon keeping the ball in the air, Diego. Yeah, especially because we've seen a lot of times Hampton and Richmond Borough this year, they've liked playing the long balls out from the back, especially with like Alan Massey giving those balls. But yeah, wind's definitely going to be an issue here today. But Hampton Richmond, I must say, they are very good at playing the ball on the ground with that Alan Julian style. As Harry Thomas looks to try and pick out Sam Deadfield here, which he nearly does, and that will roll out for a throw-in to the Rebels. Once again, thank you to all those tuning in on the YouTube watch-along here. And of course, feel free to drop your comments in the box there, and Diego and I will be happy to read them out, and we can talk all things football or not football, whatever you fancy here. And of course, I think there's only a couple of games of the Premier League this afternoon, I think, as well, Diego. I think it's Sunderland and United. Yeah, we've had the Tottenham Leeds game already. I know Arsenal have got the 3 p.m.
Oh, well. Arsenal as well. Yeah, Arsenal at home to West Ham as well. And that's all. Oh, Man United already 1-0 up there against Sunderland there. And then Chelsea, obviously. Chelsea hosting Liverpool, that'd be a big one. In the late kickoff, indeed. Oh, and there's just a foul on the Slough Town player there. It'll be a free kick to the Rebels, right in the centre circle there. Yeah, Roland Silva just going in through the back there, just hits more of the player than the ball. So yeah, warrants free kick. And it will be the player manager Scott Davies to take this one. And he can definitely hit a long ball. I'll tell you that, he scored a few goals from inside his own half, you know, within the last 2 seasons. So definitely a threat there from the back. And of course, Scott Davies and Alan Julian, friendly when well, they are friends outside of football. As that ball comes in from Slough Town and it goes out for a goal kick. But yeah, Slough Town manager Scott Davies and Alan Julian, they are good mates, but obviously for the next 90 minutes they're not. Yeah, Scott Davies, I remember getting the red card against Hampton at the last game of the season last season. So yeah, and I remember seeing Alan Julian, he was defending Scott Davies there, which was nice of him, obviously. Tried to get the best out for him. So James Holden's goal kick goes long to try and find Ronan Silva, which he does, but then Scott Davies collects and hoofs it away. And this is Clark into Harvey Walker, and Walker's charging forward, and he's looking dangerous here on the edge of the penalty area. Whips that ball into the box, and is he going to find a Slough Town player? And he does, and Slough Town get the first goal in this game. It was a lovely ball in from Harvey Walker just across the ground there to pick out the Slough Town player. I'm just trying to work out if it's Tarek Gidari.
Yeah, it's a second goal of the season, previously scoring against Ebbsfleet. And yeah, great run from Harvey Walker there, just driving it down to the byline, squaring the ball in. The Hampton defenders and James Holden get to it first, but just on the rebound, Gidari slots it home.
Yeah, no, it was a dangerous attack coming forward from Harvey Walker. It was a lovely ball into the box there, and it just went straight past James Holden as he was looking to try and save it. But then there was Tarek Gidari there, and he absolutely thumps it home. No chance there for James Holden to save that one. So, 30 minutes gone here. Hampton and Richmond Borough 0, Slough Town 1. Mark Smith, Chelsea later, but 5 p.m. Oh yeah, that heart motor.
I don't know why this is there.
Chelsea later, but 5 players out, so we'll probably lose tonight. So, is you also a Chelsea fan there, Mark? Well, surely Hampton and Richmond Borough is your first team. Surely Chelsea your second team. I've only been to Stamford Bridge once when I saw the Conference League game. They were at home to Copenhagen last season. I went to that game, and Stamford Bridge is quite a stadium.
Yeah, I'd love to go to that stadium. Never been before.
No, it's quite the ground. Just hearing the Liquidator being played before kickoff, it really is. Yeah, it really is quite something. So we're looking for a response here from the Beavers. Nathan Paul Laverley into Alfie Tuck. Into Gardner now. Gardner's going to whip that ball in to find Deadfield in a bit of space. Deadfield with the shot, deflected, and the shouts for handball there possibly. Then Nathan Paul Laverley with the shot, and then the play is just going to stop here as
I think they've given the handball to...
Given the handball, yeah.
Yeah. Shame. Paul Laverley definitely looked like he was about to have a shot there.
He was in space, wasn't he, Paul Laverley?
He beat the defender there, faked him out, and then the referee blows the whistle. But yeah, yet to score this season. He's definitely had a few opportunities in that attack. Nathan Paul Laverley.
Yeah, Nathan Paul Laverley not on the score sheet just yet, and he thought he was on the score sheet away to Chesham United back on the August Bank Holiday Monday there, but Rhys Grego-Cox was gifted the goal, and to be fair, after looking at replays, it was Rhys Grego-Cox's goal,
yeah,
which is fair enough. But Nathan Paul Laverley, I have no doubt, I'm sure he'll be on the score sheet at some point this season.
Yeah, he must be. Must get a few before he... Well, I'll say leave, before his loan is up and maybe another extension.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm sure every fan here would want Nathan Paul Laverley to stay on here at Hampton and Richmond Borough. So throw in for Slough Town on the far side then. Looking to pick out Josh Adepoju, and Charlie Sayers sweeps it away, but only as far as one of the Rebels players, the number 16, Dan Roth. And then in doing so, gives away a free kick to the Beavers.
Holden's going to take this one.
Yeah, looks like it is. Yeah, James Holden will get things back underway here. Nice long goal kick from Holden to try and find Silver. And Silver does well to collect the ball back with Deadfield now. Into Paul Laverley. Slough Town thinking it's gone out of play. Oh, a big challenge there on Paul Laverley. It was a good one, and play continues. And Adepoju just puts that out, and it does come off a Slough Town. Sorry, it comes off a Hampton and Richmond Borough play there, so it will be a throw into the Rebels. There's a nice long throw in. Comes off Paul Laverley, and it's going to be another throw into the Rebels. Mark Smith, I was a ball boy youth player in the late 80s, and then a steward in the 90s, and my team since then, yes, okay. And since 83, lived local to Hampton and Richmond, and been going on and off ever since the late 80s. Well, Mark, that is quite something to be going since the late 80s there. Well, but thank you very much for tuning in on the watch along. And well, perhaps one day we'll see each other in person again at Beverley Stadium. But thank you very much for tuning in on the watch along and joining us this afternoon, as we hope Hampton and Richmond can get the next goal here to put themselves back on level terms.
Great ball there from Wembley.
Yeah, Slough Town doing well to keep the ball at the moment in the centre of the park. And then Hampton and Richmond Borough clear it away, and Paul Field's going to try and collect it, but it does come off Harvey Walker there. Oh, well, I thought it came off Harvey Walker.
No, I came off the leg of Paul Field there.
Oh, well, then it will be a throw-in then indeed to the Rebels. And Harvey Walker, well, he's just creeping forward there with his throw-in. I think it was a bit naughty.
Yeah, well, what player doesn't do that? You see it, you see it every time in the
Yeah, you do, especially if a Hampton Richmond Borough player is going to do it. We're not going to say anything at all. Alfie Tuck finding Charlie Sayers, back to Alan Massey as Hampton Richmond Borough look to reset things here.
Just waiting patiently at the back here, like they normally do.
Hampton and Richmond, they've done that plenty of times this season. They're in no rush. They're always looking to try and find the right pass. So when they're playing out from the back, they always try and find the best move when they can. But Slough Town have done well to win it back, but Harry Thomas was wise to it. And he's now back with Deadfield. Harry Thomas into Alfie Tuck. Alfie Tuck is another player that's really impressed me so far this season. I was at Loftus Road midweek in their game against Oxford United, and I was chatting to my friend who is a QPR fan. He did say that he does believe that Alfie Tuck is a bright talent for the hoops, so perhaps Alfie Tuck might be featuring for Queen's Park Rangers at some point in the very near future. But for now, he's a Beavers player, and we're very lucky to have him here. So Hampton and Richmond now just under a little bit of pressure on the corner flag on the near side, and it's a throw-in now to the Beavers, right down by the corner flag. Hampton and Richmond look to try and get it away with Gardner, and then Fasamade is going to charge on down to this, and to be fair to Scott Davies, he does well to stop the run of Fasamade, and Paul Laverty tries to win it there, and again a very good interception by Slough Town. Slough Town come on the break now, the advantage is given. Slough Town, really strong attack coming forward on the far side here with Gadari into the box there, looking to find a Slough Town player. But Hampton and Richmond Borough do enough and get it away, finding Deadfield now into Paul Laverty on the far side. Nice little chop from Paul Laverty into Tuck. The pace of the game has just increased ever so slightly in the last 60 seconds here, but it's now back with Massey. Charlie Sayers looking to find that run of Ronan Silver. Is that offside? I think it may have been, but Ollie Webber is there to collect.
Yeah, Slough Town doing really well just to apply the pressure. They're winning the ball back so quickly after losing it. So they're really, 10 minutes ago we were saying, or 20 minutes ago we were saying Hampton dominating, but right now it's probably Slough at the minute. Yeah,
credit to Slough Town at the moment. Oh, and shouts for handball there on the number 4, Henry Ochieng, the captain. Oh, a little crunching challenge there by Ronan Silver as the Slough Town player is down here.
And it looks like he's going to give a yellow. Has he got a yellow in his hand?
We'll see if there's going to be a yellow card given. Yes, I think there is.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of slide tackles going in this game, very early doors.
Yeah, yellow card for Ronan Silver there. As my trademark on this watch along, that's the first bit of cheese going the way, regrettably, for Hampton and Richmond.
I will say that Ronan Silver, I think, has been amazing this season so far. I think he's done so well as like that 9.5 player.
You absolutely could. You can make the case for a lot of these players playing for the Beavers this season, and particularly with the start we've had, like I said at the start of the stream, undefeated since Tuesday the 19th of August with that away loss against Maidstone there. Petter Homewood here. Hello, I'm Petter Homewood, Alan Julian's mum. Turn it around, my amazable son. Love from me and your half-sister Sky Isabella. Oh, lovely, Petter. Well, thank you very much for your comment there. We can't turn the camera around to the pitch, sadly, because that would be breaching National League rules. We can't be showing the game live, unfortunately. So you just had to put up with our faces, I'm afraid. But there we are. So James Holden now on the goal kick. Going long, looking to find Ronan Silver. Oh, and Paul Laverty tries to apply the pressure there and puts a bit of pressure on the Rebels' defence. It's going to be a throw in here for the Rebels. Ali Salam. Hampton are struggling defensively. Their defensive style is very poor. There are big gaps and a lack of understanding between the players. Well, Ali, that is a strong comment to say. I mean, Diego, what are your thoughts on that?
I wouldn't say struggling. Like, obviously, you know, how many goals did we say? It was 12, now 13 conceded in the league.
Yes, it will be 13 goals conceded in the league now.
Obviously, it's not the best record, but I wouldn't say struggling. I think struggling to stretch, because I genuinely think these group of defenders we have are very strong, especially, you know, Alan Massey, Harry Thomas, you know, even Nathan Paul-Laverley when he needs to drop back and pull field. You know, they've all even been doing well on the attacking front, and you might see... No, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of goals conceded, if we compare ourselves with the league, there are plenty of other teams. Oh, wow, and this is Slough Town now on the counter-attack here with the number 11 Victor Mikowski. Alan Massey there, doing his defensive duties very well there and puts the ball out of play. Oh, no, sorry, it comes off a Slough Town player, so it will be a Hampton Richmond Borough throw. But sorry, yeah, just to go back to your point there, Ali, there are plenty of other teams in the division that have conceded more goals than Hampton and Richmond Borough at the moment. But I have to admit, yes, of course, we're not the best defensively in the league. But I must say, I do think having Alan Massey at the back, he really is a true veteran of the game. And I think he just holds that back line nicely. But, of course, yes, we have conceded 13 goals now so far this season, so obviously not the greatest. But no, that's a fair point to say, though, Ali. Fair point to say. And this is Slough Town charging forward now with Harvey Walker.
Nice one.
And it's intercepted well, and Hampton Richmond Borough win the ball back. Now with Paul-Laverley in the centre. Alfie Tuck plays that back to Massey. And Charlie Sayers on the ball now into Gardner. There's a lovely 1-2 in there, back to Paul-Laverley. But Laverley just comes under a little bit of pressure there, and it's going to be a throw-in now for the Beavers. Paul-Laverley tries to take that one quickly, looking to find the run there of Silver. Can Silver get there? Scott Davies is there to collect, and Davies gets it away to Johnny Goddard. Back to Davies here as the player manager tries to start an attack here for Slough Town. And Harry Thomas is wise to it and thumps it long, looking to find Fasamade, but Ollie Webber is there to collect.
Yeah, very confident presence in goal, Ollie Webber, I must say. Doing quite well for the 18-year-old on his debut. Ray
Thorpe, I first watched Hampton in 1956 at Hathrot Road. Hampton before it became the Bev. Oh wow, Ray, that's news to me. Actually, I didn't know that. So it's called Hathrot Road. Well, I'm just trying to think, because obviously we're on Beverley Close here. Hathrot Road. I'm just trying to think. I don't recognise that road name. Perhaps it changed, Ray, unless you'd like to fill us in on that. But enjoying the broadcast. Thank you very much, Ray, for your comments there. And thank you to all those tuning in on the watch-along. As sadly, at the moment, 25 minutes gone. Hampton Richmond Borough 0, Slough Town 1. Slough Town, you would say, Diogo, they're probably having the better chances at the moment?
Yeah, definitely. Like, they're much more of attacking threat in the last 10-15 minutes or so, especially since that first goal. You know, doing really well to apply the pressure to get past the defenders. Yeah, they're much more dominant display so far from the Rebels.
Charlie Sayers collects the ball and back to Massey here as Hampton Richmond Borough look to reset again. I've noticed so far Paul Field has found himself in a lot of space here, but the game has very much been on the far side here as that ball just runs out and it'll be a throw-in now to the Rebels.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I believe it's probably got something to do with the fact that Nathan Paul-Laverley is such a strong attacking threat that perhaps Hampton and Richmond want to go through on that side more often. Yes.
Oh, Matt Rame there. Commentators, Hathrot Road is the other side of Hampton where the recreation ground is. Oh, thank you very much, Matt, for enlightening me on the knowledge there. Like I said, I didn't recognise that name. So that's by the recreation ground there. So there we go. So knowledge for both of us there, Diego. But of course now called the Bev.
Very educational stream, this.
Yeah, I'm being educated this afternoon, which I absolutely should be if I'm commentating for this wonderful club. So the ball is back with the Rebels here as they're in the Hampton half. This is Harvey Walker on this far side, on the near side, sorry, back into Walker, again looking very dangerous. And Gardner charges all the way over to put that ball out, and it's going to be goal kick. Yep, goal kick.
Yeah, just come off Harvey Walker there, just as Aaron Gardner got the ball, so goal kick for the Beavers.
Mark Smith, I've got a book of Hampton and Richmond history from Dot One, and I got it at Hampton and Richmond shop, and it's very interesting and nice to look at the old leagues indeed, Mark. Yes, well, Chris Hurst, the club historian here, I do see him at a lot of the games, and he knows so much about Hampton and Richmond Borough. Like, if you do get the opportunity to speak to Chris, he is just an encyclopedia of knowledge about this club. Honestly, he just knows everything, and he goes to all the games, Chris. So he truly is a Hampton and Richmond Borough legend, it has to be said. And Hampton and Richmond Borough have won that ball back now with Gardner into Fasamade. Slough Town defensively strong here at the moment. Gardner, edge of the penalty area, into Fasamade. This is good from Hampton and Richmond with Sam Dead on the edge of the box. Tuck has a part on. Tuck just looks to try and slot that in, but it's very much centrally at Ollie Webber, so it's a nice easy save for Webber.
Yeah, definitely had a few chances where they could have shot, but I suppose didn't want it to be more safe, more secure and more clinical, but obviously turned out in Webber's favour.
Ray thought bottom of Broad Lane, Hampton. Yes, thank you very much, Ray. Yes, but I might have to go visit might have to take a little visit over there after the game later on today. So the goal kick for Hampton and Richmond here, and James Holden goes along looking to find Fasamade. Alfie Tuck was trying to pick out Fasamade as well, but Harvey Walker does enough. But good defending there from Paul Field to try and put it back with the Beavers. And there's Henry Ochieng now for Slough Town. Oh, he just tries to pass it round Tuck, and he does well. This is a good break on now for Slough Town into Tarek Gidari, and that's going to be a free kick there.
It's a yellow card.
And a yellow card for the challenge on Gidari. And is it Nathan Paul Laverley with the challenge there, Diego? Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone through the back of him there. Could have been lucky probably to get away with not getting a red card there. Very dangerous.
You really think so?
Yeah, he has gone through the back of him there, but yeah, we won't complain of a yellow card, absolutely not.
Well, I must say, the break really was on there, and Johnny Gardard just putting a lovely ball there into Gidari, and then Nathan Paul Laverley, of course, had to make that challenge.
No, it was probably the right thing to do, just to prevent them from scoring, at least. You know, they've got the set piece now. So
yeah, I say the possession. If I had the possession stats, I'd probably say it's quite even possession-wise. But Slough Town have had a couple of good breaks. Obviously, that one of their first breaks was the goal, and then this little second break here was also really promising for the Rebels.
Yeah, they just seem to be doing more with the possession that they're having, being more direct with it.
But if you could pick out Fasamade, I mean, he is causing problems there for the Slough Town back line, and obviously with the set piece being set up here, you can see Fasamade, he's ready in case Hampton and Richmond are able just to clear it away.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Hampton and Richmond Borough just getting that line all organised, and it's a 5-man line here. So James Holden is very well protected, and who is on that free kick, Diego? I think it's that very man, Scott Davies, as you've pointed out, very good from the free kicks.
Yeah, it could be very, very promising here for him. He knows where to put the ball.
Well, fingers crossed it's going to not go in the back of the net, and here we go. Oh, and it does! Wow! Good free kick from Scott Davies, there we go! A superb free kick from Scott Davies. I didn't know if that just went round the wall there.
I think it has.
Yeah, round the wall, and James Holden couldn't quite get to it. So it's Hampton and Richmond Borough 0, Slough Town 2.
Yeah, great free kick from Scott Davies. Yeah, just maybe if I didn't say it, the commentator's curse wouldn't have gone in there. But
oh no, I was thinking that. I was thinking, oh, should we be applying all that praise just before the free kick went in?
No, probably shouldn't have done that. But yeah, what can you do? Yeah, great free kick.
Well, we have to give credit there for Slough Town. That was a superb free kick, and they do find themselves 2 goals to the good here at Beverley Stadium with just under 15 minutes of regular time left to play here in this first half. So Hampton and Richmond Borough have a little bit of work to do here.
Yeah. But we know how to come back from a loss. We've done it a few times this season, so
yes, we certainly have, Diego. I mean, we are this season we are a fan of scoring late on. Of course, one of the Hampton Richmond Borough fans that was joining in on the watch along and on the Mixlr stream from when we were at our away games coined the term Beaver Time, which is very much in the latter stages of the game. But this is Hampton and Richmond now putting a bit of pressure on Slough Town in their own half. Paul Field has it now into Gardner. Harry Gardner back to Massey. as the Beavers very much in the Slough Town half at the moment. Harry Thomas trying to find Deadfield, but then it's put out of play by the Rebels. So throw in to the Beavers. Paulfield takes it quickly into Ronan Silva there.
Great turn. Oh.
And then cleared away by Slough Town, but only as far as Alan Massey. Back to Harry Thomas again as we look to repeat this once again. So Thomas now. Thomas into Silva on this near side. Silva in a bit of space, finding Paulfield. Into Alfie Tuck. Alfie Tuck in acres of space here as Slough Town look to try and defend this attack from the Beavers. Oh, looking to find Ronan Silva, which he does. Oh, he's brought down. He's got penalty maybe. Whoa!
Ref.
Well, the referee doesn't give that. Hands on his head from Ronan Silva there as he thought he was brought down. I mean...
And the boos are going. There
yeah,
we go.
Hampton and Richmond, the Hampton and Richmond faithful are not happy with that decision.
No,
I mean, I must admit, I did think it was. I mean, he was definitely brought down, but it wasn't with any real malice. So I'm not sure. Well, it could have been given. Could be not.
To me, it looked like he kind of had his arms around him there, but.
Oh, but this is Fasamani trying to win it. Oh no, he's got a penalty now. Surely, yeah.
There we go.
Thank you. Thank you. And it's a yellow card for Ollie Webber. Oh, what? No, it's not. No, it's a dive.
No
way. Oh, that's yellow card of the goalkeeper. Was it Fasamade? It is a penalty.
Yeah, he's pointing to the spot.
Well, I was going to say, I just was really concerned because I thought he was well.
No, he's shown the card to Webber and then he
just the way he was running over there.
You scared me, John.
I was scared for a moment there. But Fasamade is going to get a bit of treatment here, so it is a penalty to Hampton and Richmond Borough. Apologies for the confusion there. You know, our head was in a bit of a tailspin there.
Yeah, if the referee didn't give that penalty, this stadium would have gone into flames.
Yeah, so Scott Davies is fuming with that decision. But but he was, well, clearly in my opinion, brought down by Ollie Webber, and so it is a yellow card for the debutant.
Yeah. Who's done all right, to be fair, this game so far, Ollie Webber.
He has.
He's had a decent game, but this could change things.
This absolutely could. But Fasamade is going to get treatment here whilst he's down at the moment.
Well, he's back up now, so...
Because I saw him, because I saw the referee running over to Fasamade with a yellow in his hand. I thought, sure, he's not giving it for a dive, is he? But no, that was clearly in preparation to give that to Ollie Webber.
Yeah.
So who's going to be on the penalty here? As Fasamade, thankfully, is okay to carry on here.
It's Ronan to take the penalty, I think.
Ronan Silva.
Here we go. He's already scored 2 this season. So, and I believe the goal he scored against Chippenham was a penalty as well, if I'm not wrong.
I believe you're right, yes. Yes.
Oh, it's Harry Gardner.
Oh, it will be Harry Gardner. And I love that. You know, psyching out Ollie Webber. You know, Ronan Silva was having the ball for so long, but Harry Gardner just takes off and pops the ball down. He's probably going to, hopefully he's going to put his laces through it and give it his best go. So here we go. Harry Gardner on the penalty. Here we go. Shot. And it's in the back of the net from number 25, Harry Gardner. Was it ever in any doubt? Harry Gardner puts Hampton and Richmond Borough just a 1 goal deficit now here for the Beavers. Hampton and Richmond Borough 1, Slough Town 2.
Yeah, here we go. This is now when Hampton and Richmond will now put on the accelerator, and this is when we will see more goals being scored. Yeah, and he's got
quite the goal gif as well for those that you see it on the X pages. You'll see it later. The Harry Gardner's goal gif. It is a good one. So Slough Town now a bit of work to do here as Alfie Tuck wins the ball back well straight away from the kickoff. Back to Massey. And like we were just saying, Diego, we have a habit of coming from behind. You called it, and
absolutely.
There we go.
Put all the pressure on Slough now again. I always say as well, 2-0 is never a good scoreline to be
2-0 is a very dangerous scoreline as it's now 2-1 to the away side. Mark Smith, Matt, come on the Beavers. Yes, absolutely. As Hampton and Richmond Borough look to try and, if they can, get themselves back on level terms here before the end of the first half. I must say, it's always a pleasure having Tommy sat with me on the left, as Tommy you're a former academy player, aren't you, Tommy? Do you still play in the academy? Now and then, but he's very knowledgeable on the game, and he's got a very keen eye on the game, so he does correct me pretty much everything I say. So goal kick to Hampton and Richmond then. James Holden kicks it long, looking to find Ronan Silver.
The referee's given a free kick.
Yeah, free kick here for Slough Town. Raythorpe 1-0 to the Arsenal. There we go. So
is it Rice scoring?
Yeah, Declan Rice. Yeah, I mean, you've got to admit, Arsenal have got to be favourites to win the league this season, haven't they? Particularly as Liverpool, they haven't looked as strong, have they?
Just defensively, really. That's where they've been costing it. Definitely not the same Liverpool they were last season. But
yeah, and Arsenal have such a good squad now with so much quality in there. Yeah, I would back Arsenal to really be up there.
Yeah, top four definite top four. I believe Arsenal should.
Without doubt, top four for Arsenal. Really, should be top two. So I feel like it's either going to be them or Liverpool that get the title. But if you look at things right now, you probably would say Arsenal.
Yeah, that's fair. Where does that put them?
But back to things here at TW12. Hampton Richmond Borough 1, Slough Town 2. That goal coming courtesy of Harry Gardner from the penalty.
Fast on the ball.
Apologies there. I was just writing down Harry Gardner scoring the goal there. But Slough Town had the ball here at the moment. And Alan Massey's going to collect this and hook it away. But only as far as Henry Ochieng. Still with the Rebels here. Back with Scott Davies. Into Balu Makumbi. Makumbi plays that back to Ollie Webber. Ollie Webber's kick goes long. Foot trying to find Charlie. Charlie Sayers intercepts it. Paul Laverley gets it away, but only as far as Josh Adepoju. Still with the Rebels here at the moment, as they are very deep into the Hampton half at the moment. As they're charging forward here with Dan Roth into Adepoju.
Well, off the pitch.
And off the pitch now, throw-in, Hampton Richmond Borough.
Yeah, this is where we're going to see now both teams really just put their all into this game. Obviously, Hampton know that they can get a second, and Slough will probably do anything to stop it.
Yeah, without doubt here, Slough Town will be looking for another goal, and so will Hampton and Richmond Borough. Obviously, Hampton and Richmond Borough are going to be looking for a second goal, but Slough Town obviously are looking for the win here, so there's no chance they're going to shut up shop defensively. Into Adepoju. Another throw in here now for the Rebels.
But you could say, what you were saying earlier, Slough Town have conceded, was it 9 goals in the last 2 games?
Well, so that's 10 in 3.
Maybe they do need to...
That's an average of 3.3 recurring.
Good maths, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I did A-level maths, believe it or not.
Wow.
Got a B. And yet I can't do percentages or anything like that now. Can't even add and subtract.
He hasn't used it since.
Yeah. But Slough Town have done well here from the throw, but Hampton Richmond Borough can try and win it back here. Free kick now for the Beavers.
Yeah, Silver's just been tripped up there.
Yeah, just a trip on Ronan Silver there. So, yeah, already Nathan Paul Laverley and Ronan Silver on yellow cards at the moment, and Ollie Webber on a yellow. Well, of course, but you can't afford for your goalkeeper to get another one. So Ollie Webber's going to have to be very careful here, and perhaps, that might. I mean, I don't want to sound mean, but that might knock his confidence a little bit, which might be in Hampton Richmond Borough's favour here.
Yeah, it could. I mean, it's a similar situation to if you don't know if you recall to the first game of the season at Salisbury when James Holden got a yellow card about 15 seconds into the game. You weren't here for that game, were you?
No, I don't think it was. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nothing's going to faze James Holden. He is
super James Holden.
Yeah, he's quite the man behind the sticks there. Nothing will faze him. But particularly as this is Ollie Webber's first game.
Of course.
So the Rebels are trying to charge forward here, but Hampton and Richmond Borough do well to try and win it back. And this is Deadfield now and switches that out wide to Harry Thomas as the attack's on now for the Beavers. Harry Thomas charging forward, looking to find Paul Field here. And then he does well, Harvey Walker, to put it out, and it will be a throw in to Slough Town.
Yeah, done well to just knock the ball off Paul Field there. So really good challenge there from the winger.
So throw in for the Rebels here.
Yeah, just been told to walk back there.
Yeah, well, yeah,
he's going to say.
Yeah, they've gotten away with it a little bit, haven't they? So far, Slough Town.
Yeah, definitely wasn't thrown from there.
Into. Oh, and the ball just flies into the stands here. And just throw. Oh, and the throw in from the fan there didn't quite make it as far as Harvey Walker. So Harvey Walker on the throw-in here. And look, the referee, you can see the referee is keeping an eye on these throw-ins, saying, you know, don't creep too far forward.
No, you can't keep doing this. No way.
And Paul Field was first to it. But it's one back. It's with Tyreek Clark. Slough Town on the edge of the penalty area here. Oh, and there's a dangerous ball in, but Gardner's there to collect it. Still in the penalty area, and then Gardner clears it away. Fasamani's going to charge down onto this. Is he going to get there? I don't think he is. Scott Davis gets there first. But Davis under a bit of pressure from Fasamade. And he does well. Davies into Goddard now. Goddard's got Mikowski to his left here.
Great tackle.
Oh, and Harry Gardner wins it back there with a little. Oh, there's a little shove on the back there, and Goddard is trying to get a free kick perhaps, but he's not going to get it. Alfie Tuck now charging forward into Deadfield. Deadfield into Ronan Silver, and just a slightly heavy touch from Silver means it's back now with the Rebels. But can it be won back by Charlie Sayers? It can. Paul Laverley now into. Oh, he's brought down there. Ronan Silver, and no free kick given. Wow, play continues.
Wow. There's definitely been a few challenges where a foul, not to give any bias, but yeah, probably should have been given.
Should have been given, but the referee has allowed the game to continue here. I won't repeat what Tommy's just said on the mic. You probably picked it up anyway. Anyway, Hampton and Richmond Borough are very much in the Slough Town half here at the moment. Gardner finding Paul Field. Back to Harry Thomas. Harry Thomas has done well so far in this half, and he finds Deadfield. Deadfield with a bit of time on the ball here. Paul Field's going to whip this in, is he? Deep at the back. Paul Laverley there. Oh, he's going with a spectacular with a bicycle kick, but couldn't quite get it right, and it goes out for a throw into the Rebels. But we like to see it, don't we, Diego?
Yeah, I mean, good idea. You could tell just by looking at it. He wasn't too sure whether to do it or not. Hence the
he saw his name in the back pages, yeah. Nathan Paul Laverley, and rightfully so.
Garnacho-esque.
Yeah, Garnacho, of course, scored that wonderful bicycle kick. Who was that against? Was that against
Fulham?
Fulham? Or was it? Oh, Everton. Thank you very much, Paul,
yeah.
Who's writing for the non-league paper today just to correct us there.
That was my
and it's won back by Fasamade. He's going to give it the shot. Oh, narrowly wide. What a good strike, though, from Fasamade. Just looking to creep in the bottom, Ollie Webber's bottom right-hand corner.
Strikes it wide.
Whiskers wide there. Whiskers wide. Oh, we've got our very own Jack Lonergan tuning in on the watch along. Jack Lonergan, what's the score? Well, it's Hampton and Richmond 1, Slough Town 2. Slough Town getting 2 goals, put themselves 2 goals up, and then a penalty for Hampton and Richmond, taken by Harry Gardner to put us with a 1-goal deficit. Jack, where are you, Jack? You know, you're not. I don't think you're here today. I haven't seen you. Do let us know where you are if you're able to. You're probably in the sunshine somewhere, I imagine. Anyway, throw in for Hampton and Richmond Borough. Ronan Silver on it on the far side. Silver back to Paul Laverley. Deflected, but Gardner can collect it. Into Harry Thomas. Back to Gardner. Hampton and Richmond looking to finish. Oh, wow, I've just missed how many additional minutes there have been. We're on the 46th minute. There's additional 3 minutes of added time to be played. So I've completely missed that. Harry Thomas. Harry Thomas in the centre of the park out to Charlie Sayers. Harry Gardner now on the far side. He's got Paul Laverley there with him. He picks Paul Laverley out. Paul Laverley's going to whip that ball in. And he's offside, apparently. Oh, Jack Lonergan, Washington, D.C. What's the time there, Jack? You must be what, about 5 hours behind us here? So what is it about? It must be mid-morning for you. Well, good morning to you, Jack. And thank you very much for tuning in on the other side of the planet. Oh, it's a university reunion, but of course, following along. Well, Jack, thank you very much for tuning in to the watch along. So, yes, of course, 3 minutes of additional time to be played here, which I did miss that getting called out as I was so wrapped up in Craig Fasamade's attempt on goal. So, by my watch, we've only got another 45 seconds to play here. But Slough Town are on the ball at the moment. Whipping it into the box there. And cleared away. And then Ochieng's shot just puts it out. So throw in to Hampton and Richmond now. And it's just, oh no, sorry, but it's just gone back to James Holden. Jordan Phillips, what's the team for Hampton? Well, we'll tell you the team news at the end of the half, as we are 5 seconds away from the final whistle being blown, according to the watch. This is Paul Laverley on the ball. And there we have it, pretty much bang on. So the first half finishes here. Hampton and Richmond Borough 1, Slough Town 2. Slough Town doing really well to get themselves 1 goal up with that goal from Tariq Gidari, with that lovely run there from Johnny Goddard to pick up Tariq Gidari, and then Gidari finding the back of the net there. And then the second goal coming from that lovely set piece from Scott Davies, just whips that ball round the Hampton and Richmond Borough 5-man wall to put them 2 goals up. But then Ollie Webber conceded a penalty for Hampton and Richmond Borough to then take with Harry Gardner, and Harry Gardner did an emphatic penalty to put Hampton and Richmond with only a 1 goal deficit then. So Hampton and Richmond Borough 1, Slough Town 2 win. And as we've done so far this season, we're not going to be going off air, so we'll continue the chat shortly. But I know Diego has got the scores from around the grounds. But before we go into those scores, Diego, just talk us, how do you think that first half went?
Yeah, I think it's been very evenly matched today. You know, for about the first 25 minutes, I'd say Slough were on the front foot for sure. Even half an hour, you could say, yeah. All dominating from Slough, attacking threat, playing the ball really well. And then from then on, it's been obviously more even. Obviously, we've got the penalty, which Faisal Nade won there. And obviously the yellow card went to Webber. Might affect his confidence as well. But yeah, very evenly matched, you know. Attacking threat on both sides, end-to-end stuff. Yeah, really good game so far, and I don't see why Hampton and Richmond can't get a second. Yeah,
certainly has been quite a lively game for those at Beverley Stadium to be watching this afternoon. So on that note, Diego, let's just go through the half-time scores in the Enterprise National League South, please.
Okay, so Tonbridge are losing 1-0 to Dover. Farnborough are leading 1-0 against Bath. Torquay are winning 1-0 away at Salisbury. Maidenhead winning 1-0 against Worthing. Hornchurch still 0-0 with Horsham, as well as Ebbsfleet and Eastbourne being 0-0. Dagenham and Redbridge drawing 1-1 with Maidstone at home. Chesham losing 1-0 to Enfield. Chippenham drawing 0-0 to Hemel Hempstead. Chelmsford winning 1-0 against Dorking Wanderers, and Totton and Weston-super-Mare 1 apiece.
So, well, the most goals so far in the National League South so far coming the way here at TW12. 3 goals been scored here so far this afternoon. So, just looking at those scores there, well, Dagenham and Redbridge there, 1-1 there, so they desperately need to get those 3 points there. And what else have we got here? Well, Maidenhead United will be delighted to be 1-0 up there, and well, we're not looking good for Salisbury at the moment. That's a 1-0 deficit for them, so they're very much rooted to the bottom 4 at the moment. Yeah, well, no, as things stand, Salisbury are rock bottom of the table, so not good for Salisbury at the moment. So there we are. Those are the scores around the grounds there. And I will just go through the team news for the. Would you mind just going back to the watch-along stream for me, please, Diego? Yes, so Jordan Phillips, what's the team for Hampton? Well, I will tell you the team for Hampton so far. So number 1, James Holden. Number 2, Paul Field. Number 5, Ronan Silver. Number 8, Sam Deadfield. Number 9, Craig Fasamade. Number 12, Nathan Paul Laverley. Number 14, Alfie Tuck. Number 15, Harry Thomas. Number 23, Charlie Sayers. Number 24, Alan Massey. And number 25, Harry Gardner. And yellow cards for Ronan Silver and Nathan Paul Laverley at the moment. Steve Rain was saying that I see Rich Parsons is behind you guys. Come on, Hampton, we can come back and win. Yes, Rich Parsons is certainly sat behind us there. A veteran of the club, Richard Parsons there, knows he's watching on behind us. Susan, just joining. What's the score, please? Well, the score, as well, Petter Homewood has just put down in the comments there. It's Hampton Richmond 1, Slough Town 2. So Hampton Richmond Borough got a little bit of work to do in this second half, but already, you know, we have seen that response from Hampton and Richmond, where they get that goal from the penalty there, and the debutant goalkeeper Ollie Webber on a yellow card as things stand, Susan. So there's certainly a chance here for Hampton and Richmond Borough certainly get the next goal.
Yeah, absolutely. This is, you know, an identical situation to the FA Cup tie we had against Croydon Athletic here not too long ago. 2-1 down at half-time, and obviously half-time team talk must have done a very good job, because we ended up scoring 4 goals overall in that game to win. So yeah, we've done it before. As you've said, Beaver time is very much a thing this season, so I just hope we see more of it, because yeah, I don't think anyone will be complaining going up a few spots right now in the league.
There we go. Thank you very much for that, Diego, as well. Yes, so, and what I'd love to know, for those that are tuned on the watch along, of course, we've drawn Eastleigh at home in the FA Cup, and that does mean a home return for Luis Fernandez, who left the club a couple of seasons ago to play for the National League outfit in Eastleigh. So I'd love to know in the comments, what are your thoughts, everybody, on the Eastleigh home tie? Do you think is that a good tie for Hampton and Richmond or not? I'd love to know what you think. And Diego's just pulled up the National League table there. So where do Eastleigh find themselves at the moment?
Yeah, so they're currently 13th in the table right now with 5 wins, 3 draws and 5 losses. Currently drawing at the minute against Solihull Moors. Yeah, 18 points overall with 14 goals scored and 14 goals conceded. So I think it's a winnable game, personally. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge, absolutely, but
yeah, of course. In the National League outfit, Eastleigh, of course, they've been in the National League for quite some time now, and obviously, yeah, they've got the likes of Luis Fernandez in that side. So, I mean, they are a very good team to come up against. But there's a Twitter account, or X as it's now known, called FA Cup Fact File. And I do recommend, for those that are not aware, that you do follow the account, because it gives you all the facts on the FA Cup competition. And they like to give facts on particular ties. And the chap that runs the account has done one on the Hampton and Richmond Borough versus Eastleigh tie. And he says this: Hampton and Richmond Borough won 1-0 at the same stage of the FA Cup 7 years ago against Eastleigh here. So a similar win would equal the club's best cup run achieved to then. Eastleigh have won 8 of the last 11 fourth qualifying round ties. So when you look at that, Eastleigh have got a bit of pedigree at winning at this fixture. Absolutely. But last time out, of course, Hampton and Richmond beat them 1-0 7 years ago. So could history repeat itself, Diego? We don't know.
Let's hope so. I mean, this is going to be a good game, I think. It could be a very, very entertaining game.
And of course, you know, Hampton and Richmond Borough have the opportunity to do what they call a cup set, knocking out a side that's in the division above. So that would be something. And imagine if we get the FA Cup. If we get the FA Cup first round proper, that would be something. And what I'd love to know, Diego, as I know you've got internet access there, is the prize money for the FA Cup. And I believe it is on the FA's website or the Wikipedia. I think you can find out how much each club wins in the FA Cup at that round. So that's also really good for the club, isn't it? If your club does make it the first round proper. And then I believe this season TNT Sports also have broadcasting rights for the FA Cup. Yes, they do. So for the 4th round qualifier, they will be broadcasting the Worthing Forest Green Rovers game. So that's good revenue as well for Worthing Football Club. It's, you know, the FA Cup at this level is so important because it does bring in that additional revenue for the non-league club. So it is great to have. And Jordan Phillips, yeah, thanks lads. Come on, you Beavers. Matt Rayham, come on, Beavers, yes. Jordan Phillips, love Luis Fernandez. Difficult fixture, but good crowd at the Bev and can push the lads on. Jordan, I agree with you. It is going to be difficult, isn't it? So for Eastleigh to come here, and I'm sure Hampton Richmond fans won't be as welcoming to Luis Fernandez if he is in the starting 11 there. So we'll have to see how he gets on there. And then you've just got the prize money up there. So let's talk us through the prize money then.
Yeah, so winning in the 4th round ends up giving the club £9,000, over £9,000 in revenue. And if we make a first round proper, even a loss, fingers crossed if we get there, we don't obviously, that gives us £15,000 anyway.
Well, there you go.
That's a lot of money. So
if we were to beat Eastleigh next week, that's £9,375 in the kitty for Hampton Richmond Borough. And if you just go back to there, sorry Diego, and then obviously if we regrettably do lose against Eastleigh, then that would be £3,125 in the kitty, which ain't too bad, to be fair. I'd certainly love that in my back pocket. But then yes, if we were to win and the first round proper, if we were to get there, £45,000 would hit the bank accounts of Hampton and Richmond Borough Football Club. And how much greatness that would do for the club, wouldn't it, Diego?
do amazing. But if we just scroll further down and go to the final, the final prize probably get £2 million.
Oh yes. Well, yes, of course. If we were to make the final at Wembley, yes, the winners do win £2 million. But of course, Maidstone United got to the 4th round proper, I think. But even
4th or 5th round.
I can't.
Because they went against Ipswich.
Yeah, they beat Ipswich. Yes, 4th or 5th round. Can't remember. But either way, even if you get to the 3rd round proper, like Maidstone United did, and you do lose that game, you still win £25,000. So that's quite the prize money. So we can all do with that in our back pocket, I'm sure. Susan, hopefully Alan is working his magic in the half-time chat. Susan, I absolutely think he is. And after speaking with Alan, Julie, and myself, Jules is such a passionate man for the game. He really cares about this football club. He's been here for a long time now, and after speaking with him, he is the kind of person you can really get behind. He's very persuasive, and he really does get the boys going. And of course, like you said, Diego, after the Croydon Athletic game, the second half we came out and absolutely dominated and got those goals to get us into the third round qualifying. Sorry. So, no, absolutely, Susan. I think he's absolutely working his magic in the dressing room there.
Yeah, Johnny, you're already manifesting the third round proper, are you?
Oh, well, I'm already doing my best. I would love to see it. I'd absolutely love Hampton and Richmond to have a cup run. It would be so good for the club. Yeah. And it's so, like I said, it's so important for non-league football clubs to get these opportunities. So we'll have to wait and see. But of course, yes, that game comes next week. Beverley Stadium, Hampton and Richmond against Eastleigh. So we'll have to wait and see. Brookie also says, come on Beavers. Yes, come on Beavers. Hopefully we can in this second half get the next goal to put us back on level terms here. So, well, of course, we've had a little chat about the National League South. Let's have a little look what's going on in the Premier League, shall we? In the Premier League, well, Tottenham were 2-1 victors at Elland Road in the early kick-off, but it's currently half-time. Arsenal 1-0 up against West Ham there, and Man United 2-0 up at home to Sunderland. I must admit, for those that play fantasy football, I actually put in who did I put in from Sunderland? I'm trying to remember the chap's name. Let me get it up here. Alderete, I think the number for Alderete. I put him in because he's been quite the player for Sunderland at the moment, but obviously there's no clean sheet points for me there at the moment. How are all your fantasy teams getting on for those that play Fantasy Premier League? I'd love to know how you're all getting on, because I'm certainly not doing very well in my local league. I'm not doing so well. Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what, that Tottenham game earlier did wonders for me. Cause I got Kudus and Pedro Porro in my team.
Oh, have you?
That did absolute quality for me, and I had Semenyo in yesterday. That's an Essie, so
well, my friend Giorgio captained Mohamed Kudus today, and obviously that's worked wonders for him. So very much good for him. And Chelsea Liverpool, of course, the late kickoff. Chelsea at home to Liverpool there.
Yeah, how do you think that team will get on? Or that match will get on, I should say. So.
Oh, it's going to be a tough one, I think. Liverpool they're not firing all the cylinders we thought they would be so far this season. I could see that being a draw. I think I think both teams to score, but I think that's going to be a draw. What do you think, Diego?
Yeah, it could definitely be a draw. I think if either team were to win, it'd probably be Liverpool, because I think they probably do just like have that slightly better attacking threat than Chelsea. But yeah, I mean, they have to win if they want to get back to the top of the table. Sorry, Arsenal are in that top position. Currently winning against Sunderland, obviously. Not Sunderland, West Ham. Yes,
just to go back to the Eastleigh game. I've just looked. Luis Fernandez is not even in the squad today for their home game against Solihull Moors. So perhaps he's being rested for the game against Hampton and Richmond next week. Who knows? And I just want to have a little look at. We do have a regular listener, Billy Taylor, the brother of Archie Taylor, who was here last season. He was on the watch along. I was last doing it. Is Archie Taylor starting? Yes, he is. Archie Taylor is in the Aldershot lineup today, but they're currently losing 1-0 away to Southend United. But yeah, Archie Taylor playing on that right wing role there. Archie Taylor was quite a player for us last season, and it is lovely to see when players come to Hampton and Richmond and they do go on to play at a higher level. And I'm sure we'll see that for many of the players for next season for Hampton and Richmond. I'm sure we'll get some players that will go on to play at a high level, and it's great to see. Of course, we'd like to keep them. Of course, we would, but. I just want the absolute best for the Hampton and Richmond Borough players. I'd love to see them play at that high level.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a bit of a roundup of former Beavers there. If anyone else has got any other insight on any other former Beavers, do let me know. Actually, let me check on Jamal Lowe.
And the players are coming out now. I believe Jamal Lowe is in the League One.
Yeah, Jamal Lowe plays for Sheffield Wednesday.
Championship.
Yes, and Sheffield Wednesday at the moment. How's it all? Was that an early kickoff? It's an early kickoff. I know there's Sheffield Wednesday lost 5-0 there at home to Coventry. There was Jamal Lowe playing, he was. And he got subbed off in the 89th minute, but Jamal Lowe there coming up against Frank Lampard's Coventry side. But again, yeah, lovely to see, Jamal Lowe. I wasn't actually at the club at the time Jamal Lowe was here, but Jamal Lowe was here. Tommy, you must have been here when Jamal Lowe was playing. What a player. What was he like?
Tricky winger. Who's that front four? Him, Kabamba, Kiernan.
Is that Nicky Kabamba you're talking about? Nicky Kabamba of Barnet now. Yeah.
Tricky winger scored goal off goal, terrorised defenders.
Oh, a tricky winger, terrorising defenders. There you go. And Jamal Lowe now playing his football in the Championship. And you never know, perhaps we're watching some future stars here, Diogo. So.
Yeah. I do want to ask, out of all these players currently in this lineup, who do you think? Who would you put your money on to be up there in the divisions?
Well, I've got an obvious answers for me are Alfie Tuck and Nathan Paul Laverley, of course, because they currently are with QPR and Bromley respectively. So I definitely think they are two names that are definitely going to make a career in the EFL at the very least. But you know, look at Archie Taylor. Archie Taylor was playing very deep down in the non-league pyramid before he came to us, and he's got his move to step 5 of the footballing pyramid. And the Hampton and Richmond players are out, and we are going to see a change for Hampton and Richmond Borough. So coming onto the pitch will be Jude Mason to be replaced by the number 12 Nathan Paul Laverley. So Paul Laverley has been substituted there, perhaps because of the yellow card. Do you think, Diego?
It must be, yeah, absolutely must be. And you know what? I wouldn't say this is too much of a worry not having Nathan Paul Laverley on the pitch, because obviously he's been cup tied and we've still done well without him, despite the quality he has. So yeah, no, still confident to get the second goal and obviously push on to get the win here.
Yeah. So I mean, of course, it does look like potentially he's been brought off because he's on that one yellow card there, but could it be a tactical decision as well, Diego? Perhaps, but he has had a good half so far. Nathan Paul Laverley. We haven't said his name too much in the first half. We've said we've said Alfie Tuck a lot. We've said Harry Thomas a lot. So maybe perhaps he's just not quite getting into the game as much as he'd like. Perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, he had that opportunity where he was literally about to shoot there, but just before the referee called the foul. So game could have been very different for him and the rest of the team. But look, if Alan Julian thinks it's right, must be for good reason. And
absolutely, we're not going to doubt the talks of Alan Julian. If Alan Julian thinks it's right, well then it's right for me. So that's what we like to hear. So the Slough Town players are now returning to the pitch. The Hampton Richmond Borough players came on a lot earlier than the Slough Town players. So Alan Julian's team talk. Well, we were talking about the team talk there, Susan. It might have been a slightly shorter team talk by Alan Julian, but I'm sure he's got what he needs to get across. So second half is about to get underway here at Beverley Stadium. So before we start, it's Hampton and Richmond Borough 1, Slough Town 2. So crucial for Hampton and Richmond if they can to get this next goal here.
Yeah, I mean, let's see how they get on, because obviously we have the quality. Crash and Made still on the pitch. Obviously Deadfield does quite well a lot of the time getting the ball up the pitch. And even Jude Mason, the substitute, he does a lot of work both in the defensive and the attacking third. I'd say he's probably a bit more of a defensive player than Nathan Paul Laverley. And perhaps, you know, should we go ahead in this game, he will be crucial in keeping us at those 3 points if we do get them. But yeah, very tactical this change, I must assume.
Yes, and Sam Deadfield as well, another Hampton and Richmond Borough player who's done really well in this first half. Sam Dedf, of course, the most appearances for Hampton Richmond Borough at the moment, the longest serving player in the squad at the moment.
Yeah, over 150 appearances, if I'm not mistaken.
Statman Diego right there.
Statman Diego.
I've got Diego. Diego's made some, he's got loads of stats here for us, but I'm sure you'll try and sandwich in as best you can, Diego, so please do so.
Yeah,
as we're about to get things underway here, and it will be Slough Town getting things underway with Johnny Goddard, and away we go. And it goes all the way back. Oh, and that's poor from Scott Davies, as he's absolutely sliced that. He's given it away for a throw into Hampton and Richmond Borough on the halfway line. Jude Mason to take the throw in.
Very unlucky.
Oh,
there.
and again, the referee there is just saying, Jude, come back this way, sunshine. You've just creeped forward a little bit there on the throw in. So instead it will be Charlie Sayers to take the throw in, which he takes quickly. He throws all the way back to Alan Massey. Massey to Thomas. Thomas going long, looking to find Fasamade, which he does. Goes all the way back now to Massey. Thank you to all those again tuning in on the watch along on YouTube, and thank you for all your comments. Do keep them coming. Talk all things football or not. Diego and I are very happy to chat and answer any questions you may have. But Hampton Richmond Borough could ask some questions of the Slough Town defence here with Alfie Tuck in the Slough half. Into Deadfield. Charlie Sayers now into Gardner. This is good from the Beavers. Whipped into the back post. Fasamade's there!
Oh, what a save!
What a save from Ollie Webber there to put it out for a corner for Hampton Richmond. And there he was, Fasamade, and lots of space. Good save from Webber.
Yeah, great cross from Charlie Sayers there. And I think Fasamade just knew that was going to get straight on his feet. Didn't have to move at all. Had no pressure. Well, he had a bit of pressure from the defender, but not enough to put him off. And then, yeah, great save from Webber there to put out for a corner.
So first corner of the second half, and Deadfield standing over this. He's going to whip it in. It's a good delivery. Is there going to be a Hampton Richmond player there? It was. It was Thomas who heads it straight into the hands of Ollie Webber. Good attempt though.
Yeah, great. We know we have that aerial quality on the set pieces, so you know every corner will be a threat.
So goal kick into Deadfield. Alfie Tuck on the ball here. Into Gardner. Back to Tuck. Jude Mason. Oh, we've done well there. Jude Mason try and get it back, but instead it is now back with Tarek Gadari. Oh, and that ball's going to go out. Watch your head. Watch your head. There we go.
We don't want a repeat of Dagenham.
No, we don't. We don't. Well, I mean, your lovely iPad there, Diego. I don't want that breaking.
Yeah, we also don't want any of this stuff breaking. I think this is a bit more important right now.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. We've had that a few seasons. I mean, last season when I was doing this role, the ball hardly ever came to this area. But in most home games this season, the ball has been putting a bit of danger in this area.
Yeah, they're targeting us, I think.
Anyway, Slough Town. Yeah, Slough Town. Let's try and break out of their half here, and it's been deflected out for a throw in to Slough Town. So throw in for the Rebels on this far side then. So yeah, so the one change for Hampton and Richmond at the start of the half, but no changes for Slough Town. Nice flick on by Goddard to try and find Mikowski. He's now back with Davies. Into Webber. Oh, Webber's come under a bit of pressure there. Is Jude Mason going to win it back? He is.
Yeah, great strength from him there.
Very good strength from Mason. Into Sayers. All the way back to Massey. Into Tuck. Yeah, Slough Town just allowing Hampton Richmond Borough to be on the ball here. Back with Gardner into Tuck. Then switched out to Thomas. Into Gardner in the centre circle. Oh, nice. Finds Deadfield. That's a lovely little pass. And there's Fasamade, but dispossessed. And a free kick's been given against Sam Deadfield. So free kick to the Beavers.
Yeah, rightly so. He has been brought down there. Just been kind of swiped at the legs. So good opportunity for a cross here. Or if we want to have a go, there's always that opportunity as well.
Well, do you think this is an opportunity to get a shot on goal, Diego? What do you think?
I don't see why not, personally. I mean,
how many yards out is that? I mean, my yardage is awful. I couldn't tell you, but
30 yards, maybe just a bit.
30 yards,
around
Sam?
30 yards.
Okay. Well, we've certainly seen it being done before, and we've got the likes of Harry Gardner and Sam Deadfield stepping over it, and Gardner, it looks like he might go for the shot, and it's saved by Webber. And he goes and he puts it out for a corner. Well, he did go for the shot there, and it was a good attempt.
Yeah, great attempt there from Gardner. Good save as well. Almost like fumbled it a little bit because he had the other touch on his foot to kind of miscontrol it in a way, but yeah.
Right, corner kick for the Beavers here. Deadfield standing over this. Good delivery in. Who's there? Slough Town head it up, more up than away. Thomas still in the box, and then Slough clear it away for a throw into the Beavers. Taken quickly. Whipped in again. Fasamade's waiting. Headed out though. Thomas wins it. Oh, nice little flick there from Deadfield. Still Deadfield into Gardner. Deadfield might get there again. Oh, bit of a crunch. And it will be a Hampton and Richmond Borough throw.
And this is really good bits of passing play here from the Beavers. Doing really well to just knock the ball around and get the balls into the cross there. Or into the box, shall I say, sorry. But yeah, Deadfield brought down. Bit rough, but ref sees nothing in it. And
that throw-in comes into the box as well, and Slough Town then thump it away, but only as far as Thomas. This is a really good spell for Hampton and Richmond Borough here. Thomas still on the ball here. Whipped in, back post, and and back post was Jude Mason, and that was a sumptuous touch. Sumptuous header there, a real bullet header from Jude Mason, but it is safely in the hands of Ollie Webber.
Yeah, Webber's done well in the second half to make, because this is his third save of the half. Really trying to redeem himself for that.
Yeah, and this is some more pressure here from Hampton and Richmond Borough, but it's gone all the way back to Ollie Webber, who clears it away. And then Jules catches it and gives it to Harry Thomas to take the throw. Yeah, you sense, Diego, that Hampton and Richmond are really hungry for that next goal.
Yeah, and it's especially driven by the fact that they know they can do it as well. So they're going to put everything at it. Obviously, we've still got another 40 minutes to play here, so anything can happen.
Anything can happen here in this Enterprise National League South tie. Oh, and again, Hampton and Richmond done well to dispossess Slough Town, but no, a free kick's been given.
Yeah, I don't think any Hampton and Richmond player agrees with that. So from here, it looked like Ronan Silver won the ball, but ref sees it otherwise.
Yeah, free kick for Slough Town then. So we've had 52 minutes played here at Beverley Stadium. Hampton and Richmond Borough 1, Slough Town 2. Those goals for Slough Town coming courtesy of Tariq Gadari and Scott Davies. And then the Hampton and Richmond Borough goal from the penalty converted by Harry Gardner. I must say this season, Diego, it's lovely having that electronic scoreboard down there. It really is it's good for us to see how many minutes have been played. And my only worry is surely one day it's going to get clattered by a football, and we're going to have to get some repairs done to it. But
well, that's one day, and that's not today's not the day to worry about.
No, today is not. No, absolutely.
No, but it's good. This summer, obviously, the revamps we've had over the pitch.
Yeah, the
really
club
good.
have done really well with that. And then, James Holmes' goal kick's long, and it's on the edge of the box here for Sam Deadfield if he can control it well, which he does, into Jude Mason on the near side. Jude Mason here into Deadfield. And back to Sayers, who then passes it straight back to Massey on the halfway line. Hampton Richmond deep into the Slough half here. Yeah, I was just saying, massive credit to the owners of Hampton Richmond Borough putting all the money in to revamp the stadium. And yeah, the new floodlights, they look absolutely gorgeous as they've just been turned on. And this is Fasamade into Deadfield. Gardner go for the shot, deflected out. Throw into the Beavers.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, just before this half started, I did say Jude Mason probably does a bit more work in the defensive third than the attacking third. But this
taken quickly into Gardner, sorry. Oh, that comes off. Harry Gardner will be a goal kick. Sorry, Diego.
No, Mason just been disproving me here. Doing quite a lot of work in the attacking third and stuff we love to see, replicating what Nathan Paul Averley is so good at.
Yeah, there's plenty of options for Alan Julian to bring on here. We've already got Jude Mason on, but we've got the likes of Luke Robertson, Davide Rodari, Eddie Alsop, Lucas Eager, and Finn McGreevy, the academy player, and Sol Kader. So Jules he's got plenty of options, Diego. So I'm sure he's going to make some changes depending on how the score goes here.
Yeah.
So Ollie Webber's goal kick finds Jude Mason. Jude Mason heads that one out for a throw into Slough Town. Slough Town take the throw right on the halfway line. Looking to find Makowski. And it'll be another throw in now for the Rebels. And Jude Mason is just doing enough to get it away. And it's a good flick away there and into Silver. Oh, and I like it from Ronan Silver. That's cheeky, but Slough Town were wise to it. And it's now with Clark. Clark was under a bit of pressure there. And here's Harry Gardner storming in. And Charlie Sayers now has the ball back for Hampton and Richmond Borough with Tuck now into Gardner. God, some player he is, Harry Gardner.
Yeah, he's just really confident on the ball, but he drives it with so much intent as well. It's what you love to see in a midfielder.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player. Is our Harry Gardner. So this will be a throw-in to Slough Town on the far side now.
Taking the time of their throw.
Yeah, they are taking the time, Slough Town, but the throw-in finds on a Hampton Richmond player, but then it's now all the way back. Oh, Ollie Webber spilled it. And Slough Town just do enough to get it away. Oh, there's a little body check there against Paul Field. And Makowski's charging forward here. The offside flag hasn't got up. This is dangerous from Slough. But there are plenty of Hampton Richmond players back here. That's into the box. That's dangerous. And then Charlie Sayers flicks it more up than away, and Holden is going to catch it. And, it went out for corner kick anyway. So corner kick for the Rebels.
Yeah, we didn't realise going out for a corner until the referee pointed that out. And I don't think many people in this ground really have either.
Raythorpe Chelmsford 1, Dorking 0 at the moment. All Chelmsford currently 1 goal to the good against Mark Whiteside. And Eastbourne Borough have just scored against Ebbsfleet there. So that's very important for Ebbsfleet, who are at the bottom 4 of the table at the moment.
Haven't won a game yet this season either. So
no, they haven't. So corner kick for the Rebels here. Whipped in by Goddard. Only as far as Deadfield, who heads it away. Danger still there, though, with Clark. Back to Goddard. Goddard whips it in. It's dangerous. Hampton and Richmond need to get it away here, but it's rolled out for a goal kick.
Yeah, I mean, Slough Town just starting to get their way in this second half now. We haven't really seen them on the attack much. It's been all Hampton, really. Yeah,
the second half has very much been dominated by the Beavers as they look to get that second goal to put them back on level terms here. But not if Slough Town can help it as they look to charge forward here. But one back well by the Beavers with Tuck now. Into Silver, back to Tuck. Switched out to the near side here to Jude Mason. Is Jude Mason going to whip this ball in? Can't quite do it, and Gadari was there. And it's cleared away by the Rebels, but only as far as Massey now. Charlie Sayers into Deadfield. Deadfield back with Gardner into Deadfield. To Tuck. It's a little 1-2 between Gardner and Sayers. Switched out now to Harry Thomas. Hampton Richmond just prying away there as they look to try and break that defensive line of Slough Town. Into Sayers. Back with Massey. To Paul Field. Deadfield on the far side. Hampton Richmond Borough doing well to keep possession here. And that goes out for a throw into the Beavers. This is a good spell for the Beavers, Diego.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been like this for the last 15 minutes so far, so lots of attacking opportunities. Just need to get there, get one of these to have a goal, and then get a second one and get a goal on that one as well.
So this is a long throw in by Paul Field. Flicked on, but then away by Slough. But Harry Thomas keeps it in. Oh, flick on there by Garner. This is nice. But Slough Town managed to intercept and get it away. Oh, a little shirt tug there from Makowski on Harry Thomas, but play continues.
Well, ref gives a free kick for that.
Oh, he's getting a free kick. Fabulous. That's what we like to see. Taken quickly, though, with Tuck. Out to Sayers. Back to Massey. And Gardner. Oh, Gardner looking to try and find... Oh, Fasamade there, and there's a little bit of afters. Oh, and the ref is going to give a free kick here for Slough Town for the challenge on the Slough player.
Yeah, definitely against the run of play there. That free kick's been given. Just taking all the energy out of that attack in that Hampton, which have to work to win this ball back really hard, and then get that another attack. Wow.
Well, there we go. The match day attendance day 1,009. That's a fabulous attendance from the Hampton faithful.
That's probably the biggest. We had that.
That's one of the Torquay. Oh no, the Torquay game was midweek. I don't think the Torquay game got over 1,000. But no, it was did it? Or it might have done, I can't remember. Either way,
maybe it wasn't. No, it was 800 and something, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But an attendance over 1,000 is really great to see at this club. So thank you very much to all those that have made the trip today. So Scott Davies takes the free kick and he plays it short to Dan Roth. Back with Scott Davies again. Davies looks to pick out Tarek Gadari. Gadari's done well on the edge of the penalty area. There's a shot. Oh, deflection. Oh, the danger's still not away. Oh, it's in the back of the net. Goal for Slough Town. Again from Gadari. That's unlucky for Hampton and Richmond Borough there.
Yeah, I mean, that's gone completely against the way that the first half's gone. I mean, it's been all Hampton and Richmond Borough, all the attack, all the shots. And this is only Slough's second proper attack in his half, and they've done well to score there. But yeah, Hampton and Richmond Borough now have a mountain to climb if they want to recover points here. Yeah, this is going to be quite the challenge now for the Beavers, which is such a shame because, like you say, Diego, we've been on top for pretty much all of this second half, and then Slough Town just had one break forward and managed to put it in the back of the net. Yeah, that was Tarek Gadari with his second goal of the game from, wing back. So, yeah, lots of quality there. So, Hampton and Richmond Borough need 2 goals here if they're going to want to get themselves back on level terms. But of course, we know what Beaver time is. I don't think it's Beaver time just yet. No, you leave it to like the 80th minute. 70th or 80th minute, yeah. So, I'm sure Jules will be making some changes soon, particularly of an attacking flavour. So the ball's with Deadfield here into Thomas. Thomas looking to find Gardner, but headed away by the Slough player, but only as far as Silver. Back with Thomas. Thomas whips that ball in the back pass, looking to find Fasamade. Is he going to get there? Headed out by the Slough player, thought, but it was offside anyway. Yeah, Hampton and Richmond Borough caught on the offside a lot in this game, much more than anyone would like, and probably more times than I recall this season, really. Been quite a lot of offsides, especially in that first half with Nathan Paul Haverley. Yeah, there has been quite a bit. So goal kick. Sorry, well, yes, Ollie Webber. We're taking this one. Ollie Webber looks to find Gadari, but Jude Mason was there. Mason goes down the line looking to find Fasamade, which he does, into Deadfield. Oh, this is good. The offside flag's gone up again. It's gone up again. Yeah, shouldn't be happening. Shouldn't be having this many offsides. Well, like you say, Diego, it's happened quite a lot this game. Hampton Richmond Borough getting caught in that offside position a lot. Yeah, but nothing to take away from the Slough defending right now because they're being phenomenal on the pressure. It's just dropping back, inviting no shots, just basically forcing Hampton and Richmond Borough to keeping the ball close to that halfway line and then pouncing on it. And we are going to see a substitution here, so leaving the field, number 5, Ronan Silver, to be replaced by number 7, Davide Radari, which I think is a fair enough substitution based on the scoreline. Yeah, Yeah, we need goals, and we actually know David Eridari can get you those goals. He's had 4 goals so far this season, and he was nominated for National League South Player of the Month in August, so we know the quality he has. Despite that, went September without scoring a goal, but who's to say he can't score here again today?
Absolutely that. So Ollie Turner to get things underway. Sorry, Ollie Webber, forgive me. Ollie Turner's one of ours. And Fasamade just puts that ball out for a Slough Town throw. So Dan Roth on the throw in here for the Rebels. Mark Smith O'Dear, come on Hampton, yes, come on you Beavers. We need a response here. The next goal has to come the way of Hampton and Richmond. Fasamade into Radari. But it's intercepted by Davies. Charlie Sayers just chests that one down to Tuck. But only as far as Dan Roth. Back with Tuck though.
Just going back and forth at the minute, this football.
Just a little bit of back and forth, and then Thomas couldn't quite find Deadfield, and Paul Field is able to collect though. Tuck into Radari. Now Charlie Sayers. Affy on the halfway line. Oh, it's a Deadfield does well there to collect the ball back. Gardner out to Thomas on the far side. Thomas looking to try and play in Harry Gardner, but Slough Town do enough to get it away. So Slough Town look to break. Slough Town charging forward here now is Goddard. And then Mikowski just couldn't get there. Is now back with Holden. Holden looks to find Deadfield, which he does. Football very fluid at the moment. Sayers now charging forward into Radari. Challenge on Radari, and he says to get up, yeah. Slough Town put the ball out of play, throw into the Beavers.
Yeah, I mean, as we've just seen there, Slough Town have so much pace on the counter. I mean, prior to winning possession, they have basically every man back behind the ball, and as soon as they win it, they're all charging forward, which obviously helps them so much and slows down Hampton and Richmond so much when they get the ball.
It certainly does. That ball's gone all the way back to Ollie Webber.
His time with it as well.
Well, you would, wouldn't you,
no,
if you were in this position?
Of course.
Oh, Jude Mason's done well to intercept that and flicks it on to Gardner. Into Fasamade. Craig Fasamade is going to go for the shot here, and sadly just couldn't quite get the whip on it that he wanted, and he goes out for a goal kick.
It's a nice idea.
Nice idea. We've got a good angle of it, and you can kind of see what he was looking for. It was opening up for him a little bit there, but just couldn't quite get the right connection on the shot.
Yeah.
Lots of people are having food in this stand, and I must admit it's making me incredibly hungry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Casey, who's on the scoreboard here, has got what appears to be a cheeseburger.
The food here is very good, to be fair.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And that cheeseburger is making me hungry. But not as hungry as Hampton and Richmond Borough are to get back on level terms. So we're going to see another substitution here for Hampton Richmond, leaving the field. Number 23, Charlie Sayers, will be replaced by number 11, Eddie Allsop.
Well, Charlie Sayers coming off. That's the first time we've seen that this season, because he's played every minute so far in this campaign. And Eddie Allsop hasn't played since, if I'm not wrong, Chesham. So, fresh legs, he'll be hungry to prove himself and get himself maybe on the score sheet.
Absolutely. So I'm looking forward to see what Eddie Allsop can bring to the team this afternoon. Right. So 3 substitutions for Alan Julian so far.
Yeah, and the taking off Sayers definitely just shows that Alan Julian just wants these boys to get forward. and get some goals, because they really need it right now if they want to keep their undefeated streak.
Yeah.
At the Bev especially.
Yeah, Jules is looking to try and throw essentially the kitchen sink at this game now.
Yeah, we've changed to a bit more of a 4 at the back as opposed to a 5 with wing backs now. So very different to how we've been playing all season.
This is Alfie Tuck now in the centre, looking to pick out Radari. Slightly heavy touch from Radari, and the ball's now back with the Rebels. Tuck wins it back though into Deadfield. Jude Mason now whips into the edge of the penalty area, but Slough Town get it away. It's now with Harvey Walker looking to find Victor Makowski. Makowski under a little bit of pressure. Harvey Walker. Oh, he's done well to get Randy Eels up there. Harvey Walker, but poor pass and deflected from Deadfield, but it is now back with Slough again. Out to Gidari. Gidari on the edge of the penalty area. This is dangerous for Slough. He's going to go for the shot. And deflection out. I don't know if that came off a Hampton player or a Slough player, but it looks like it's going to be a corner kick.
Yeah, corner. I mean, Gidari with an opportunity to make a hat trick here at the Bev.
God, he's just so dangerous, isn't it? Because that was a really fizzing shot from Gidari, and it was just pinged off. You just don't know where it's going to go, and makes life really difficult for Holden in goal.
Yeah, and as we've seen here, we're right in front of him. We're right in front of him basically in his position, and he's just bombing up and down the pitch on the wing, really using his pace.
Certainly is. So here comes that corner kick then. In it comes at the back and headed away by Massey. But with Damroth, and Damroth allows it to roll out for a throw into the Rebels. Well, I think if Hampton and Richmond were to get a goal, well, get the next goal, of course, then I think it does make it very interesting for Scott Davis' side.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's Slough Town on the ball right now, and Hampton and Richmond have to think about not conceding a fourth here.
Throw and taken, it's with Goddard. And, foul throw. Foul throw from the Slough Town player. Seen that a few times, actually, this season here at the Bev. Right, coming off the pitch, number 26, Josh Adepoju. And coming on the field and coming onto the pitch, number 15, Brian Nelson.
Yeah, one of the players who was at Slough Town last year as well, and has played against Hampton and Richmond before. He played in our 1-0 loss at Arbour Park last year. So history does not repeat itself, even though they are currently on the front foot. And what just happened?
I didn't quite see what just happened there. I'm just in the middle of writing down the time of the substitution there. 71, there we go. Lovely. Well, we've now had 72 minutes played here at Beverley Stadium. Hampton and Richmond Borough 1, Slough Town 3. Slough Town 2 goals to the good at the moment. Hampton and Richmond Borough need to get this next goal to put themselves with a fighting chance of getting a point here. Fasamade. Still Fasamade. He's done really well to get around the Slough Town players. They're into Gardner now. Allsop. He's got Paul Field there. Paul Field's going to whip that in. Is there going to be a player there to retrieve it? No. Deadfield's charging down onto it. Back to Mason. Into Alfie Tuck. Alfie Tuck out wide to Deadfield. Deadfield's going to whip this in. Yes, he is. Is anybody there? No. Snapchat header. Whoa! I like it from Radari. He went for a bicycle kick, but it's just over the bar. I almost thought, Diego, that might have nearly got in.
Yeah, I mean, he got a great connection on the ball there, but unlucky for it to just go over. I like the ambition, but second goal still yet to come from Radari.
Yeah, Jack Lonergan, still 3-1. Yes, indeed it is. Hampton Richmond with a 2-goal deficit here. So the next goal has to come the way of Hampton and Richmond Borough. Goal kick's poor from Molly Webber, and Deadfield is there to collect it, but he heads it out, and it'll be a throw in to the Rebels. So Damroth with the throw in, looking to find Goddard. And Massey It's more up than away, and Eddie Allsop's there. Harry Gardner plays that back to Holden. And Holden's now going to go long with the goal kick option, trying to pick out Radari. Slough Town do want to win it back if they can, but no, this is Allsop now. Nice little chop from Allsop. He's going to go for the shot. What a shot by Allsop, but it's saved. It's still alive, though.
That's offside.
Oh, it was offside. Unlucky. Good shot from Allsop, though.
Great shot from Eddie Allsop. And yeah, Radari, it didn't matter anyway because he didn't get the right connection on it on the rebound. Offside there, but yeah, really good opportunity. And I guess the first time Eddie Allsop in this game has shown what he can do. Let's just hope if we can see it again.
Yeah, Eddie Allsop with a really nice clean strike at Webber.
Very skillful player as well, Eddie Allsop. We've just seen him fake the defender there just before the shot.
He certainly is, and like you say, Diego, he hasn't had the minutes that I think he's been looking for this season, but you know, when he gets opportunities like this, I'm sure he's going to be so keen to show Alan Julian what he can do. And there we go. The ball's just bounced back into play, and what's going on here?
Keeper's down.
Webber's down now, and he's going to receive a little bit of medical attention. And this is now an opportunity for a little drinks break for both sides.
And an opportunity to look at scores.
Indeed it is, Diego. Sure. Please talk us through the scores around the grounds.
Well, Tonbridge are winning 2-1 against Dover. Farnborough 1-0 against Bath. Salisbury remain 1-0 behind against Torquay. Maidenhead winning 1-0 against Worthing. Hornchurch and Horsham 1-0. Ebbsfleet winning 2-1 against Eastbourne. Obviously, they were originally losing 1-0. Dagenham and Redbridge losing 2-1 to Maidstone. Chesham winning 3-1 against Enfield. Hemel Hempstead winning 1-0 against Chippenham. Chelmsford's maintaining their 1-0 lead against Dorking. And Totton winning 3-1 against Weston-super-Mare.
Wow, Totton are having a lovely start to life in the National League South. It has to be said with, like you say, Diego, company 3-1 up against Weston-super-Mare. But oh dear, things are not looking good for Dagenham and Redbridge. They're now 2-1 down against Maidstone United. Of course, Maidstone are a really good opposition, but Dagenham and Redbridge coming down from the National League, that is, really, at the start of the season, they would have been favourites to go straight back up, but really bleak times if you're a Daggers fan. Bath City managed to get themselves back on level terms against Farnborough. Bath not having the best of starts either this season. But we're going to get back underway here now with Jude Mason on the throw-in. So 77 minutes played here. Hampton and Richmond Borough 1, Slough Town 3. 2-goal deficit for the Beavers. That next goal has to come the way of Hampton and Richmond Borough. And I think it's fair to say we are now approaching Beaver time. Oh, whoops, and I missed that. Sam Deadfield's just been substituted to be replaced by number 21, Sol Kader.
Yeah, he's really got an assist this season against Ebbsfleet for a Radari goal, so let's hope maybe they can repeat that partnership.
Yeah, so as the sun is just starting to come out here, Hampton Richmond Borough looking like a very attacking side now, as Alan Julian's going to throw the kitchen sink at this. And now that Slough Town have this third goal they've got, I think it's fair to say I think this remaining 12 minutes now of regular time is going to be all Hampton and Richmond Borough. But we shall see.
No, absolutely. I mean, Slough will just be more than happy to just allow the pressure in, sit deep, and then when they get the ball, just pounce on the counter, because they've done it throughout this game, and they've done it with pace. So it's definitely a strength for them.
So it's Paul Field on the ball with it now. Into Thomas. Fasamare on the far side into Paul Field. That ball's got to come in. It does. Is there going to be a Hampton Richmond player there? No, but Gadari hooks it out for a throw into the Beavers. So throw in for Hampton Richmond Borough. It's going to go into the box. Radari's there, but it's kicked away by Slough, out for another throw into the Beavers. So Jude Mason on the throw in here into Kader. Oh, nice little touch by Kader, but Slough clear it away. Only as far as Massey, and a lovely, well-directed header from Massey into Thomas. Now Gardner. Harry Gardner charging forward. Finds Paul Field on the right-hand side. Pull field into Eddie Allsop. Eddie Allsop into Alfie Tuck in the centre now. Hampton Richmond very deep into the Slough Town half here. Mason into the box. Headed away by Slough. Thomas was there though to collect. It's back with Mason. Alan Massey now on the halfway line as he switches it to Gardner. Gardner is going to whip that into the box to find Radari, but it's safely in the hands of Ollie Webber. Ollie Webber's goal kick. There's a long one. Massey's going to get the header there first, but it's only gone as far as Goddard into Akowski. Out to Gidari. Gidari back to Ochieng. Into Rofe. Tyreek Clark into Goddard. This is good from Slough, but Mason can just about collect it. And it goes out for a throw into the Beavers here. Just under 10 minutes of regular time remaining. Hampton Richmond have a 2-goal deficit here. They need to get a goal soon if Hampton Richmond are going to have a chance of getting a point here at least. But that is going to be a tough thing to ask of. That's a good ball into Fasamade though. Put out of play by Slough. Throw in for Beavers on the far side this time. Taken quickly. Tuck in the centre. Oh no, it's a poor touch from Tuck, and there's Massey there to stop the attack, but Mikowski's got it now, still charging forward. Mikowski brought down, but play continues. Gardner now on the far side. Gardner looking to try and find Cader. And Cader's offside.
Yeah.
Again, Diego has been the sort of summary, isn't it, with the offsides?
Yeah, it's just been a lot of the Hampton Richmond Borough attacks today have just resulted in an offside, and it's, it definitely stops you from scoring those goals, having that attacking threat, because it just means that Slough gets the ball over and over again, and they can just take their time with it because they know they're in the comfortable position at the minute with 10 minutes left. If it's going to be Beaver time, it has to be now. Yeah,
Beaver time absolutely has to be now for the Beavers. As we're just having another little break here. So, not too long left now in this Enterprise National League South tie. The Beavers versus the Rebels, and it's Scott Davis' side that look like they're going to be taking all 3 points back to Berkshire. This play has continued. Sol Cader looking to find Fasamade. Is he going to get there? Not quite. And Balu Makumbi tries to control it, but it's back with the Beavers now. Massey out to Harry Thomas. Pull field on that far side into Gardner. Harry Gardner's going to whip it again. It seems to be the theme at the moment. Literally any ball on the wing, we just want to whip that in and see what we can do with it.
Yeah, and I think it's what they have to do, because they know they're not going to be able to get through on the ground, because they're just so Slough Town are just so dominant in these tackles and on the press.
Eddie Allsop here. Allsop out to Gardner. Oh, Gardner's great feet from Gardner into Fasamade, and then couldn't quite get it right there, and it's now back with Ollie Webber. Goal kick taken by Ollie Webber, only as far as Thomas. Back to Massey. And Harry Thomas now charges forward, looking to try and pick out Sol Cader, but it's too much on the ball and it's back in the hands of Ollie Webber. Ollie Webber's goal kick finds Gidari. Ochieng goes long with it, but it's only as far as Massey, and Holden collects. Last few minutes, it's not been that exciting really, as it's kind of going end to end, but nothing's really happening. And like you say, Diego, Hampton Richmond getting caught on the offside a lot. This is Cader. And Tyreek Clark is able to win it back. Oh, Allsop's done well there to win it back there for the Beavers. And Gardner's touch was slightly heavy, but it's with Allsop. Allsop's brought down, play continues. Gardner, can Gardner get a shot away? He can, but it's deflected into Tuck. Tuck on the edge of the penalty area out to Mason. Back with Tuck. Hampton and Richmond need to make this count if they can. Massey's charging forward, and that's into the box. Headed out by Slough, and then off a Southtown player, I think, and then into the hands of Ollie Webber. Ollie Webber, not a good goal kick from Ollie Webber. Oh, and Tuck tries to win it, and he can just about into Allsop. Harry Thomas now, deep into Beaver time, into Fasamade. Oh, unlucky. Looking to try and find Sol Cader.
Great tackle.
Good challenge in there. Oh, another challenge. Bing bang, and it'll be a free kick to the Rebels.
Yeah, it looks like Craig's taking a hit as well. His shoulder, he's holding onto his shoulder.
Oh, and another substitution here for Slough Town, leaving the field, number 11, Victor Makowski. And Ruben Barlett-Antwi will be coming on to replace him.
Yeah, just more attacking threat there from Slough, showing perhaps their desire to even extend their lead this late.
Yeah, taking off Victor Makowski as a forward. I mean, I don't know what position Bartlett-Antwi plays, but I would assume it's defensive.
No, it's more of an attacking role actually, because he scored more. He scored.
Oh, is it? Well, there you go.
2 goals in the last 3 league games.
Well, there you go. That shows the desire of Scott Davies there.
Yeah, Craig's just getting treated right now, still on the floor. Doesn't look amazing for the home side's top scorer.
Yep, Fasamade just receiving a bit of treatment at the moment.
Well, at least we'd expect there'd be at least quite a bit of added time due to this and other occasions in this half. So all the more time for Hampton to try and get 2 more goals here. But
well, as time ticks on, Diego, it's becoming more and more of a challenge for Alan Julian's men. Well, hoping Fasamade is going to be okay, because of course Hampton Richmond Borough have got that massive game next week at home to Eastleigh.
It looks like he's coming off.
Yeah, Fasamade is going to be sidelined for the moment. Don't think we're going to get a replacement for him at the moment, though. So Scott Davies will take the free kick. And he goes all the way through. And they believe it might be a throw in here to Slough Town. No, a throw into Hampton Richmond Borough. And we'll now see a substitution for Slough Town. So leaving the field, number 7, Tyreek Clark, replaced by number 8, Jaden Drakes Thomas. So not long to go here at Beverley Stadium. Another throw into Hampton and Richmond Borough here. Fasamade has rejoined the pitch. Into Sol Cader now. Eddie Allsop trying to dispossess the Rebels player. Oh, a little flick on there from Bartlett-Antwi. But it's back with the Beavers now. Paul Field on the ball here to Gardner. Back to Eddie Allsop. Into Paul Field. Ball comes into the box. Radari's there, and the header is more up than towards the goal, and it's safely in the hands of Ollie Webber.
Yeah, Ollie Webber again, just especially in this half, just claiming every ball that comes to him. Hasn't had to make up.
Oh, again! Ollie Turner's, sorry Diego, Ollie Turner's goal kicks, Ollie Webber, goal kicks, they've been rubbish the last couple of times. No disrespect, but they've just been more up than away, haven't they? Sorry, Diego.
No. But that gives us a free kick in a dangerous position here. Alfie Tuck's already scored a free kick this season against Ebbsfleet.
That he has. So free kick for the Beavers here as we are just about to creep into the 90th minute, and we're going to see how many additional minutes. I think it's going to be 6. 6 additional minutes.
Okay, well, Beaver time's going to come into full effect now.
If this goes in, this is going to get serious. So it's Alfie Tuck and Harry Gardner standing over this. So we're into the 90th minute now, and there'll be 6 additional minutes to be played. What can Hampton and Richmond Borough do here? It's going to be Tuck! Oh, it's a good free kick, to be fair. And it's parried out by Webber.
Yeah, he's bent it round the wall there, and great save from Webber. Again, yeah, been amazing, been crucial in this game for Slough. Into Allsop.
Shot away, deflection. Corner ball to us, surely. Yes. Yeah. Corner to Hampton and Richmond Borough.
I will say, since coming on, Eddie Allsop has really been good in this game, providing a lot of attacking opportunities.
He has. He'll be giving something for Alan Julian to think about, and Alfie Tuck is on this free kick, on this corner, and he's just ushering all the players right onto the goalkeeper's line. In it comes, and they're going to be the header there, and it's out, and it's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, the header's just gone wayward there for Harry Gardner. It goes back in Slough possession, and this just means they really just want to take their time with it now.
Yeah, so we now have 4.5 minutes left to play here. Ollie Webber on the goal kick as usual. Trying to pick out Gadari, but Jude Mason gets there first. Can Radari get there? He can. Radari, this is nice from Radari. Oh, brought down, but he's been told to get up. And then Alan Massey's got a bit of work to do here against Bartlett and Tweet.
Great turn.
Great turn, like you say there, Diego. Now with Harry Thomas. Beaver time is fully in force. But this is going to be a big ask for Hampton and Richmond. They're going to get 2 goals with only additional time remaining, but it's still in. Jude Mason into the box. Who's going to be there? Oh, unlucky Fasamade shots! Goal!
Yes!
Goal from Fasamade!
Now it's Beaver time!
It is Beaver time, ladies and gentlemen.
Now this is where we can see something exciting.
Wow, well. So, we are leaving it very late here with 3 minutes left to go. Yeah, it's Hampton and Richmond Borough 2, Slough Town 3. This is leaving it very late on.
Yeah, this is
for the Beavers here.
A whole nother level of late that we've seen this season. But if anything's going to happen, it's going to be now. And now Slough are going to do everything they can just to sit back and stay there.
You would think so, Diego, wouldn't you? So Hampton and Richmond are going to be ravenous to get this next goal, as Scott Davies just absolutely, like he would, thumps it away. And it goes out for a Hampton Richmond Borough throw-in. So this is where it's got to count now for the Beavers. Can the Beavers make this count here?
This is where we just have to get up. Alan Massey, go on.
Got to get it up. Here we go. This is Massey charging forward. Everyone in red shirts and shorts is charging forward here. Massey's thinking, where am I going to put this ball? Who's going to have it? He finds Mason. Back to Massey. Massey into Cader, into Mason. Jude Mason charging forward on the near side into Cader. Cader whips it in the box. He's going to find Hampton Richmond play. Nearly into the hands of Ollie Webber. Well, the Hampton Richmond faithful are really alive now. This is going to be surely all Hampton and Richmond Borough in these last, it's now 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. Can Hampton and Richmond Borough get a point here? Can they do it? Mark Smith, come on you Beavers. Yes, absolutely, Mark. Into Paul Field now on the far side. Harry Thomas. Alan Massey. The instruction is to get everybody forward here. Alan Massey's going to charge forward. He's got Goddard to deal with. Into Sol Cader. Cader back to Gardner, into Cader. Well played there as Cader switches. It's a lovely ball play to the far side to Paul Field. Paul Field now on the ball into Davide Radari on the edge of the penalty area. Now back with Paul Field. Field's going to whip that in. Anybody there? Headed away by Scott Davies. And then headed away once again by Slough. So Paul Field can win this one back if he can. Oh, Slough Town do want to win it back. And the referee's going to give a free kick, sadly, to the Rebels.
Yeah, that's Walker there, just been brought down on the halfway line, and that killed all the energy of the.
Sadly does, and there will be substitution here as well. Leaving the field, number 10, Johnny Goddard, replaced by the number 23, Jared Myers. Yeah,
now we go into the last minute of added time here, and Slough are going to really just take their time with this free kick.
Yeah, of course they are. Matt Rem there said nearly an equaliser. Come on, you Beavers. Yes, Matt, it was so close. But Slough are going to be on the ball now for these last few moments. Hampton and Richmond Borough have got to win it back quickly. Oh, well, that's interesting from Scott Davies. He's just going to thump it out of play, so he's going to allow Hampton and Richmond to have the ball here. Throw-ins taken quickly, though. Into Radari. Flicks it onto Cader. Oh, and there's another free kick going, sadly, not the way of Hampton and Richmond Borough.
Yeah, that's Scott Davies going down again there. Yeah. Very tactical. They just want to drain this time as much as they can. We're going to the last 15 seconds now.
So yeah, we've literally got 11 seconds left of time remaining, but of course there will be a little bit more because we have had a couple of stoppages.
Well, you'd think so.
Well, you'd think so. Well, you'd like to hope so. And again, Davies is just going to thump it out. So this is last chance saloon then for Hampton and Richmond Borough. The throw-in's lumped forward to Radari. It's flicked on. Slough Town header it out for another throw into the Beavers. Here we go. We are really in Beaver time here. Throw-in's taken. Headed out again by Slough Town. Another throw into the Beavers on the far side. That's really got to go forward now for the Beavers. Into Fasamade. Cleared away by Slough. Into Paul Field. And there is Slough Town to try and get it out. Oh, it's going to be a throw into Hampton and Richmond Borough.
Keeps going.
Here we go. Eddie Allsop. Going to whip that to the box. Looking to find Mason. Oh, it's in the hand. Oh, no! Oh, that might be it. That might be it for Hampton and Richmond Borough. Ollie Turner's goal kick goes long.
He's got the whistle in his hand.
He has got the whistle in his hand, but Thomas wins it back. Here we go. Now, this really is the last chance. Alfie tucked forward, looking to find Sol Cader. Sol Cader's going to get there, we think. Yes, he is. He just about gets there. It goes up for...
Corner!
Go on! Come on! Go on! Come on, you say can't! Come on, you Beavers! Come on, yes, this is really it! Oh, the roof is going to be lifted here.
Even James Holden's
coming up for it. Come on!
Go on, every Beaver fan! Everyone stands behind the goal!
Come on, the roof will be absolutely off, and this goes to the back of the Brando. Oh, it's in the box! Shot! Oh, it's over the bar! It's over the bar.
Harry Thomas's shot just gets right under it.
And Scott Davis was brought down as well. That is a great shame, and I think that might be it now for Hampton and Richmond Borough.
We'll be very lucky to get another attacking opportunity after that.
I doubt it now.
Yeah.
Gave it a good go at it. Gave it a good go. At the end there, yes. Last chance now, Matt Rain. Yes, this really will be it. I think the referee's going to blow his whistle, though. Yes, he is. And that'll be it. So a victory then for the Rebels. It finishes here. Hampton and Richmond Borough 2, Slough Town 3. 3 goals coming the way of Slough Town, with Tarek Gadari getting on the score sheet twice for a brace for him, and also Scott Davies with that lovely free kick in the first half. Hampton and Richmond scored 2 goals themselves. The penalty from Harry Gardner, and then... And I didn't make a note who got the next goal, sorry. Who got the second goal for Hampton Richmond?
It was.
I was too busy celebrating, so I never caught it at the end.
It was Fasamade, wasn't it?
It was what, sorry?
Fasamade.
Oh, Fasamade, yes, it was Fasamade, sorry.
Yeah.
So, yes, it was. So Craig Fasamade then got the second goal, but it wasn't enough for Hampton and Richmond Borough today. So Slough Town take all 3 points back to Berkshire, as they'll be delighted to push themselves further up the table. Hampton and Richmond sadly bring their unbeaten run to an end here at Beverley Stadium. But Hampton Richmond Borough fans, fear not, as next week it is the fourth qualifying round as Hampton and Richmond Borough at home to Eastleigh. That is surely a big game now that Jules will have his eye on, Diego.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think preparation will be extra focused now and extra intense to try and bounce back from this win, because this is not the result you want going into a game which could secure your spot in the FA Cup proper, which will be huge for this football club. But yeah, the boys will definitely want to bounce back from this, but it'll be a good game. It'll be a very entertaining game.
It certainly will. Saeed Khan as well. Great match, so unlucky at the end. Yeah, I know we were very unlucky, Saeed, at the end, but unfortunately Hampton Richmond just couldn't quite make it count. But Diego, just talk us through the overall game state for you.
Yeah, I mean, look, Slough obviously were more dominant at the start of the first half, and then going through towards half time, it was much more even-sided. Hampton and Richmond Borough with the goal to try and ignite some hope back into this game. Then it goes 3-1, and then very even-sided. And then towards the last 20 minutes, it was all Hampton and Richmond. They had all the ball, all the opportunities, but they just couldn't make something of it. Obviously, Fasamade's goal towards the end there, really ignited us what we said, Beaver time, sorry. But yeah, Harry Thomas just unlucky, just gets his foot just under the ball, well under the ball there, and it goes over. But yeah, any better connection, that could have been the equaliser there, Johnny. Yeah, no, I think you're right, Diego. And credit has to be given to Slough Town. They were really clinical with their opportunities they had. So fair play to Slough Town. And on that note, Diego, would you like to take us through the full-time scores in the Enterprise National League South, please? Right. Tonbridge win 2-1 against Dover. Farnborough and Bath end 2-2. Torquay wins 1-0 away at Salisbury. Maidenhead wins against Worthing. Hornchurch and Horsham win 1-0. Ebbsfleet and Eastbourne are 2-2. Dagenham and Redbridge lose to Maidstone. Chesham beat Enfield 4-1. Hemel beat Chippenham 1-0. Chelmsford draw 1-1 against Dorking Wanderers, and Totton win 3-1 against Weston-super-Mare.
Wow, so some big results in the National League South today. One of the biggest ones there being Maidstone getting that win over Dagenham and Redbridge. So Dagenham and Redbridge having a torrid time at this level. They're still in the relegation zone. This is really not good for Dagenham and Redbridge fans. And then Salisbury also coming off with a 1-0 loss against Torquay United there. Salisbury also not doing so well down the bottom as well. But AFC Totton 3-1, AFC Totton having a great start to life in the National League South there. So all looking very rosy for the team on the south coast there. Well, I suppose that will bring things to an end, Diego, but before we go, we'll just have a little look at the National League South table. So Hampton and Richmond with today's loss does put them down to 7th place, but it's all very tight in the playoff positions at the moment, and anything can happen down there, up there I should say, but down there in the relegation zone it also is very tight there with your Dagenham, Redbridge, Eastbourne, Borough, Chippenham Town and Salisbury all down the bottom there. So things very fluid at the moment in the National League South, as next week Hampton and Richmond Borough will be playing Eastleigh of the National League at home at Beverley Stadium. We hope to have as many of you down here as we can, as Hampton and Richmond, if they win next week, could equal their club record of getting to the first round proper of the FA Cup. Once again, thank you so much to all of those tuning in on the YouTube watch along. I've been your commentator, Johnny Luter.
And I've been Diego Afusa, your co-commentator.
Thank you all those for tuning in, and we will see you next time as Hampton Richmond are at home to Eastleigh in the FA Cup. Have a very good evening. Take care.